अच्छे थे, they used to do a lot of trading and business. Their economic conditions grew. उनके पास पैसा तो बहुत आ गया, but their social status was not improving. उनकी उनकी ये जो social status था वो नहीं बढ़ रहा था, क्योंकि वर्ण सिस्टम के कारण उनको हमेशा क्षत्रिय और ब्राह्मण्स के नीचे ही देखा जाता था. Even if they were seen below kshatriyas and the brahmins, and they were the majority of people who extended Buddhism and Jainism. इसीलिए Buddhism और Jainism को बहुत support किया. I hope this is clear to all. Right. Now let us start with Jainism. One more thing, please remember that both Jainism and
Chinese merchant. Here's what you want to do. Here's what you want to do. Chinese merchant. Chinese merchant. Here's what you want to do. Chinese merchant. Can you hear me? Chinese merchant. Can you hear me?
What is the meaning of this term contemporary? Contemporary मतलब ये एक ही समय अलग अलग फीचर थे, घूम रहे थे और
Chinese merchant, did you mute me? Chinese. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, Chinese merchant, can you hear me? I'll be happy to- Chinese merchant, did you mute? Did you mute?
What?
Just look right now. You have my. Okay. A question like this, it's the right answer. Just go to chat and ask it. So you go to chatgpt.com. Do you hear me? What a question. What did the ancient Britons worship? You go to chatgpt.com. You don't have to log in. You just say use as a guest and you type it. Look, I'll just fucking do it for you. Okay, I'm just saying to you, man, you didn't get the answers that you wanted. It's okay. I know, but it's a history question. Don't you want to have the right answers? Cool.
ध्यान बांट रहे थे. कंटेम्परेरी का मतलब होता है, उदाहरण के लिए जैसे भगत सिंह और सुखदेव, ये कंटेम्परेरी फ्रीडम फाइटर्स थे. Bhagat Singh and Sukhdev were contemporary freedom fighters. That means both of them were existing in the same time frame and were.
Listen, I told you.
Anyways,
if you're going to do that, don't mute me.
I hope this.
Because then I'll be talking to you and you can't hear me. If anything, put me at 10%. If you don't, then I'm not going to answer your questions because I won't know when you can hear me and you can't. If you put me at 10%, then you can hear me.
This point is clear. So let's get started with Jainism. Jainism शुरू करते हैं. One more thing, most of you keep asking me, sir, you're only teaching from Tamil Nadu book, you're only teaching from Tamil Nadu book. Please know that, see, these Tirthankars, the detail is not mentioned in Tamil Nadu book. Whatever is relevant, I will update in the videos. All right. I don't ask about book list and all. I have already explained that. Please, once you have watched this video, read the Tamil Nadu textbook. Apart from that, read R.S. Sharma, which is the old NCRT. All right. And Introduction to Fine Arts, which is the 11th class NCRT for art and culture. Don't worry that at a stage. Hope now this point is clear to all of you. What strategy? Watch in revision is instead of reading multiple books and resources, keep for multiple times. All right. अब जो जैन धर्म था, the Jain, it doesn't have a single founder नहीं था. Now, different people have come out at different time to reveal the truth. अलग-अलग समय पर अलग-अलग लोगों ने आकर कोशिश की है. Often heard this Tirthankar. We have heard that Jainism has 24 Tirthankar. What is the meaning of this term? Tirthankar का मतलब क्या होता है? Tirthankar means a teacher who in other religions such a person is called as a prophet. All right. ये गुरु सिखाते हैं कि कैसे जीना. Now, for most of them, we do not have much of the archaeological evidence, but we believe that there are 24 Tirthankars. You don't have the name of all. Remember that the first was Rishabnath or Rishabdev, and the last was Mahavir. और 24वें थे महावीर. महावीर के बाद और तीर्थंकर कोई भगवान का अवतार नहीं. आपकी भाषा बोल रहा हूँ. अगेन डोंट टेक इट इन, डोंट. एक ऐसी साधारण आत्मा थी, such an ordinary soul, born as a human being, who has attained the state of a darja out by immense practice, by meditation. I hope this point is clear. Now, every Tirthankar will try to teach the Jain philosophy, but in a different way, according to the different time in which they were to all of you. Now, अब हम समझते हैं इनका. Let us understand the life of Vardhaman Mahavira, who was the 24th Tirthankar. Now he was born at Kundagram near Vaishali, all right. And as I told you, he belonged to Kshatriya parents. है ना, ये कुंदाग्राम वैशाली के निकट पैदा हुए थे और ये क्षत्रिय क्लैन को बिलोंग करते थे. इनकी शादी यशोदा से हुई थी और इनकी एक बेटी थी. जब इनकी 30 वर्ष की उम्र हुई, when he became of 30 years, he realized that no, this world is not the right place and I need to understand what is the real purpose of life. इस दुनिया का क्या मतलब है, मुझे ये समझना है. और वो एक सन्यासी बन गए. He became a aesthetic. Okay, might be wrong. All right, but don't worry about gaining knowledge. All right, for 12 years, 12 साल तक घूमते रहे. Of his penance, that means his 13th year gained highest spiritual knowledge, which is known as the केवल ज्ञान. कोई उनके 13वें वर्ष के मेडिटेशन के बाद, after that he was known as Vardhaman, started to be known as Mahavir. Now, a lot of followers formed as Jainism. He 30 years and he died at the age of 30 over near Rajgriha. I hope again this point is clear for all of you. Now, वो 6 चाहते. His 3 was Three means three, and Ratna means the three teachings were right. सही विश्वास रखो, right knowledge, have the right conduct. Your behavior and your way of carrying yourself should be right. It is also explained right faith is in the belief of महावीर. वो कहते थे कि मैं आपको जो बता रहा हूं, मैं आपको सही विश्वास दिलाने की कोशिश, उसमें विश्वास रखें. Right knowledge is the acceptance of God. They do not used to believe in God. They said that there is no God, but all objects possess a soul. According to Mahavir, according to Jainism, कोई भगवान नहीं होते हैं. हर सोल होती है. Everything has a soul. Right conduct has these five things what we have to observe. Right conduct में, right behavior में ये पांच चीजें आती हैं. नहीं करना है, कभी भी हमें झूठ नहीं बोलना है, कभी भी हमें चोरी नहीं करनी है, हमें प्रॉपर्टी एक्वायर नहीं करनी है, बिकॉज ये यहीं की यहीं रह जाएगी इस दुनिया में. We don't have to injure life, we don't have to lie, we don't have to steal, we don't have to acquire life because after death it will remain here. We should not live life as if it is immoral. हमको ऐसे जीवन नहीं जीना है कि हमारी कभी मौत ही नहीं होगी. Everybody has to die one day. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Now, one more Mahavira was very, very strict. Now, both his disciples, his followers, and laymen people, they all have the ahimsa of doctrine of ahimsa. तब कोई भी violence नहीं होनी चाहिए. There should be no violence. He regarded all objects, whether they are living beings or non-living beings, वो जीवित है या निर्जीव है, everything has got soul and various degree of consciousness. That means you should do anything because according to him, everything has some degree of consciousness. It's life and feel pain when injured. And straight away rejected the authority of Vedas and rituals. इन्होंने reject कर दिया था वेदास, कहा था कि नहीं, ये नहीं है. उन्होंने एक कहा था कि इसी को अकॉर्डिंग टू महावीरा was full. खेती करना भी पाप है. Why? Because when you're plowing the field, you are hurting the earth. You're hurting the you should not. You are born in this world to rid of this world and in this world again. He did not believe in God. आपका जन्म हुआ है इस, and for that they till extreme level of tortures, such as they do not used to wear clothes, they used to starve themselves. So I hope this is clear about teachings of Mahavira. Mahavira की teaching आपको clear. Now Mahavira, he organized into various sanghatans, organizations. He allowed both men and women. That means both men and women were allowed. If you remember, when status was declining, later Vedic काल में लेकिन महावीर पुरुषों और महिलाओं दोनों को ही संघ में एडमिट किया, which consisted of both monks and lay followers. So monks had different rules. और जो आम इंसान जो जैनिज्म को फॉलो करना चाहे लेकिन वो भिक्षु नहीं बनना चाहता, वो साधु नहीं बनना चाहता, he or she can also follow it. Now remember that it is because of the hard work of these Sangh people that Jainism was spread very rapidly. It spread up to Karnataka and to the western India also. There were some great rulers जिनके बारे में हम बाद में पढ़ेंगे. We will read about these great rulers later on who patronized Jainism, जिन्होंने Jainism को support किया था. They were like Chandragupta Maurya, है ना, Karavela of Kalinga, and some of the royal dynasties of the South India like Chalukyas and Rashtrakutas. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Now, one important thing is, by around 4th century BC, let's see what happened was there was a serious famine in the Ganga Valley देश के नॉर्थ इंडिया में जमीन आ गई थी। उस टाइम चंद was the king along with a monk, Jain monk, whose leader was Bhadrabahu, started to Karnataka for preaching Jainism. जैन धर्म को लोगों तक पहुंचाने के लिए चंद्रगुप्त एक गुरु थे, वो साउथ की। बिकॉज ऑफ दिस few back in north few monks went to south India. From here Jainism got divided into two sections. Now there were three councils which happened. The first was done at Patliputra, which is present day Patna. This was done by Sthulbahu of the Digambars in the beginning of the 3rd century. जो दूसरी जैन काउंसिल हुई थी वो वल्लभी में हुई थी इन दी 5th century AD. 5th century AD मतलब 500 AD आसपास. एंड फाइनल कंपाइलेशन जो ये जो जैन सेकंड जैन I some text है ना. If there is so I will update that in our Telegram channel. I think इस book में फिर इस presentation important thing I will cover that up. All right, don't worry, please don't worry. This Jain literature in the final these are not class. All right. Now we will start about Jainism. Now let us start understanding the thing. Now his name was Gautam or Siddhartha. Now the founder of Buddhism. In 567, he was born in Kapila Vastu in Lumbini Garden. All right. His father was Sudodhana, and he was of the Kshatriya clan, but he too was a Kshatriya, and his mother. Now, during the time of birth, it's his mother, right, सिद्धार्थ की मां की और प्रजापति गौतमी के द्वारा किया जाता है. He married Indra and he gave birth to a son. क्या होता है किले से बाहर निकलते हैं. When he looks outside his fort, he sees an old man. वो एक बूढ़े इंसान को देखते हैं, एक बीमार इंसान को देखते हैं. He sees again my pronunciation. All right. He sees somebody who is a sadhu. All these things away from this worldly life. He realizes that I have to get rid of this luxurious life and understand what is the purpose of life. मुझे इस आराम की जिंदगी से बाहर निकलना होगा और ये समझना होगा कि ये जन्म का पर्पस क्या है, हमें जन्म लेने का. So he left home at 29 in search of truth. सत्य की खोज में 29 वर्ष की आयु में उन्होंने अपना घर छोड़ दिया. For 7 years he was wandering here and there. He met several teachers, not get enlightenment. तक वो यहाँ वहां भटकते रहे, बहुत गुरुओं से मिले भी, लेकिन उनको ज्ञान की प्राप्ति नहीं हुई. In the end, he sat under a bodhi and lot of penance. तपस्या की बोधि पेड़ के वृक्ष के नीचे बोध गया में बैठकर आफ्टर एज ऑफ 35 वर्ष की उम्र में उनको या निर्वाण हुई. आफ्टर गौतम as Dhiman, I hope this is clear to all of you. He gave of his देश में near Banaras or reach he started the life of he died at the age of near Kushinagar. 80 वर्ष की उम्र में इनकी. I hope this these names of the important. Okay, you guys can read that. Sariputta, Mughal, Kasappa Upali, है ना? You guys can sometimes, very rarely, it might be asked which of the following was not a disciple of, and generally these questions are asked in SSC, CGL, bank exams, CDS exams, CAPF exams. All right. Now there were some great kings. We'll study about these kings, such as Prasenjit, Bimbisara, Ajatashatru of Magad Empire. We'll study about Sola Janpadas in the next chapter. All right. So these were the kings who patronized Buddha or Buddhism. ये वो kings थे Buddhism को अपनाया था. Now, in his lifetime, Buddha was traveling in the North India and he visited various places such as Banaras, Shiravasti, Vaishali, Nalanda, Patliputra, which is also known as Patna. One thing, what I feel, I'm thinking, I'm not गौतम बुद्ध थे और महावीर थे, वो कंटेम्परेरी. गौतम बुद्ध कंटेम्परेरी, बट आई डोंट नो आप दूसरे से कभी मिले क्यों नहीं, है ना? आई बट they were traveling in the, let's say, was in YC, coaching academy Z, which was so both of them, अगर दो कोचिंग एकेडमी एक ही तो दोनों को एक दूसरे के बारे में पता हो, अच्छा ज्ञान देते हैं. तो सेम गौतम बुद्धा and Mahavira, they were their ideas during the same time in the same. But I don't know why they never met each other. Or maybe they met each other तो शायद उन्होंने बोला हो कि चलो भाई आप भी अच्छा काम कर रहे हो, मैं भी अच्छा काम करते हैं, let's continue. I don't know. I was just, this thing was coming in my mind. Anyways, now remember one. Mahavira was saying that he was directly attacking the Vedic rituals. Mahavir जो थे वो भगवान नहीं होते हैं. आपको अगर मोक्ष की प्राप्ति करनी है तो मिलेगा. लेकिन बुद्धिज्म में क्या था, भगवान की नहीं है, आत्मा क्या है, ये सब, इन सब बातों में एक इंसान की समस्याएं हैं, सोल्यूशन निकालने. पर्सन, आई दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर. ये 4 नोबल ट्रूथ्स अकॉर्डिंग टू हिम. ये कहते थे कि ये दुनिया में बहुत सफरिंग्स है. ये सफरिंग, this entire is full of sufferings, and the is desire, because people have endless desires. I want this, I want that in my life. If somebody gets also something, then they get one more desire. Let's say somebody wants a car, then next they will want a higher range car. If somebody buys a home, they will plan for one more home. If you guys are preparing for UPSC, once you will crack UPSC, you will start aiming for your promotions. I'm not saying all of you, again, don't take it personally, but desire is the अगर आपको इन इच्छाओं, सफरिंग्स को या wrongly, how it should be, if you want to get suffering, get rid of suffering, अगर आप, then you, आपको अपनी इच्छाओं पर काबू पाना होगा. By following 8 right views, दृष्टि से देखना, right thought, solve the things rightly, right speech, सही बोलना, right behavior, right जीवन जीना, right efforts, सही मेहनत करना, hard work करना, right mindfulness, be conscious about yourself, right? Don't contribute yourself into meaningless discussions, right concentration, don't get distracted. All right, तो ये थी teachings बुद्धा की. He never said भगवान है कि नहीं है, या he never accepted or rejected God. His focus was not on that. His emphasis was on karma. He said that man has a problem, man and woman have a problem, and that should have a solution. He also said that don't say that my life is bad because of my past birth, this and that. No, because of your own deeds. Your life depends upon your own deeds. जैसा काम करोगे वैसा ही फल मिलेगा. He said that the soul does not exist. इस बारे में वो ज्यादा बात नहीं करना चाहते थे. but he emphasized on ahimsa. वो बोलते थे कि violence नहीं होनी चाहिए. He did not believe in violence. He said every creature on this planet, he he has never ever instead on everybody, and thus his is compared with morality, purity of thoughts. One very important is that all these things not made a direct caste system. He said that according to everybody is equal. There is no that include that not a religious revolution. वो करना चाहते थे. It was more ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. वो एक ऐसा सामाजिक परिवर्तन चाहते थे कि लोग प्रैक्टिकल प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करना शुरू करें. लोग अपनी खुशी से रहे, विचार आगे बढ़े. I hope this is clear to all of you. Now, in Buddhism also, there were two. One who became sadhu, known as monks, and the other were lamas. That they were in other activities, but they followed or patronized Buddhism. एक वो थे जो साधु, वो थे जो अपने अपने जीवन में ही लगे रहे. उन्होंने इसको अपना लिया. They also organized themselves into Sangh for teaching. Now, to both that was good. Now, but there was a special nuns for their resistance movement because they want. इसलिए जो उनकी महिलाएं वो ज्वाइन थी, वो एक स्थान पे से दूसरे स्थान पे ट्रेवल करते थे टीचिंग्स देने के लिए, तो उनके कुछ रूल्स डिफाइंड थे. डोंट गेट इनटू द डिटेल्स ऑफ दोस रूल्स. ऑलराइट. फिर सरिपुत्ता फेमस मॉन्क्स, इनके साथ लाइंस पर थे. And everybody was supposed to follow them. All right, so it was Sangathan or organization, and it was the efforts of these the North India Buddha life itself. It spread rapidly. Now, uh, it spread to various states of the North India. Now, once Buddha died, after two great King Ashoka, he raised now Buddhism to all right. When we will study about secret, we will study how what all he did, what all he heard, how he was doing wrong, how he. So, thus, with the help of Ashoka and his teachings, this other this was converted into word religion. Now, here also many councils were organized. All right. So immediately he. So the first council was done. Kasab. All right. Now, why this council was done? So that ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. It should not happen that whatever teachings Buddha has taught, it should be lost. So they should be documented. All right. It was just to maintain the purity of teachings of the Buddha. In 380 BC. The third was done under King Ashoka. Over this. Now, Takas, okay, completed in this council. Now, these are the of the book. Council was convened by King chairmanship. Ashoka also participated. Or there were three Triptaka, and अभी धम्म की किताबें या टेक्स्ट जो लिखे. A new Mayan Buddhism. Now the old Buddhism, which was propagated by Ashoka, Hinayan. Now in Jainism also, Shwetam, Digambars were there. Yes, Mahayan came up. This is work. Okay, we will give you guys an example, right? You guys on UPC digital library. All right. Tomorrow I and my next generation will teach on UPSC digital library. And let's say I have two, they will not be able to because I have my notes. Okay, not a comparison. वो इंसान भी जिस चीज will have his opinion and thoughts. Now, two kids might have and then they will divide and become one will be digital library. This point is clear. Same way, one new section of I hope this point is what you see here in Pali language. Why Pali language? Because during later Vedic period, later Vedic काल के समय में संस्कृत Pali used and hence these texts more you can understand this. Understand आपकी सहूलियत के लिए original form, the new form or the alright. It's in Korea, Japan, and the old form. Laos. So in Hinayana is the original. They consider Gautam Buddha who attained Nirvana. हिनयान का ये मानना था कि गौतम ज्ञान की इन महायान दिव्य कोई भगवान का अवतार. You guys able to understand the difference? Now Hinayan old form, so it was written in Pali. Reason यही था. Hinayan immersed itself from what was emerging during the later Vedic period. Later Vedic काल के समय में जो ब्राह्मण्स और क्षत्रिय और जो राइट्स एंड रिचुअल्स थे उस लोगों की भाषा में लिखा गया था. These people started feeling elite people, just how people start that English is language. No, you know, Hindi, whether you should be able to communicate, then it's not good. All right. In Sanskrit, the causes of decline. Yeah. Biggest again the revival of Brahmanism. Brahmanism declined, Buddhism expanded. Brahmanism के कारण Buddhism का फिर से Brahmanism बढ़ने लग गया. This led to the was becoming less and less popular. Now, Pali language was used, which was of people. Later on, these started adopting. जो नए बुद्धिस्ट आए थे महा उन्होंने संस्कृत भाषा को अडॉप्ट करना शुरू कर दिया तेली भाषा का. तो सबको जब आप भी ब्राह्मण then we should go back. You're getting my point. I hope after Gautam Buddha divine who they started idol worship and offering. Then there was Hinduism and then declined. Moreover, we were attacked by Turkish people and Huns in century. During that, they destroyed 5th and 6th century for Huns. During that time, they destroyed all the decline. Now, these were the factors. Now, one question might be coming to you, sir. You have not taught us these stupa. Please don't worry. When we will read about art and culture, we will them as well. So Buddhism has made a great contribution. Our India got because we practice non-violence, and this concept of ahimsa we derived from Buddhism. Now, art and architecture, right? That's beautiful pieces of architecture. Places with Buddhist monks with culture, so they have made a remarkable uh, historical development in our country. More universities, Shila, Nalanda, Kasila, promoted education universities. इसके थ्रू उन्होंने ज्ञान बांटने की कोशिश की. They expanded the role of local languages. और जब का जन्म हुआ था, they were teaching in the language Pali and other local languages, so that everybody can understand. All right, and because of the Ashok culture was spread to other parts. And you all know it was spread to various. I hope it's helpful to all of you. Please be sincere. Please be consistent. Right. So that big ID. If you guys want to join, you guys can, and you guys can show me your ID Telegram channel. Please do Facebook. All right. We I'm also at learning stage. I'm subscribed, and there are a few things that I learned from you. So together, beautiful platform. Who cannot afford, please bring YouTube platform UPC Digital so that we can help people. God bless you. Welcome to welcome to the complete course on ancient Indian history. Indian history, a complete course में आपसे स्वागत. Today we will study that is Gad and Alexander's invasion. आज के गद के कैसे हुआ और अलेक्जेंडर करने की जो कोशिश की थी हमारे देश में. It's now beginning of the 6th century. Now remember, in the last chapter we have Buddhism. We have already talked about Rig Vedic and later Vedic period. In frame 600 when the later Vedic was going on. हम 6 के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. के बारे में पढ़ा इसी समय के आसपास की बात. दूसरी बात हमने पिछले चैप्टर में ऋग वेदिक और लेटर वेदिक 600 बीसी के आसपास तक था और जिसकी शुरुआत हुई थी 1000 बीसी से. नाउ वन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग हियर इज during the later Vedic period, we all know that the small tribes, most of them joined together to kingdoms. That is why, compared to early Vedic period, later Vedic period या ऋग वैदिक पीरियड की तुलना में लेटर वैदिक पीरियड में किंगडम की छोटे now some of them had monarchy form of government were republic जिसमें स्थापना का दबा था और से आगे जाता था. राजा बनते थे, लेकिन कुछ सरकारें ऐसी भी थी जहां पर चुनाव या इलेक्शन के माध्यम से वहां की जो पब्लिक असेंबलीज थी होगा, monarchies
President Smith.
were concentrated on the Gangetic Plains. ज्यादातर मोनार्कल गवर्नमेंट्स जो थी, मोनार्कीज, वो गैंगेटिक प्लेन्स के चारों तरफ कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड थी, whereas the republics or the republican governments were scattered in the foothills of the Himalayas and the northwestern India. यानी वो जो इंडस वाला रीजन है, नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न रीजन, and the foothills of the Himalayas, Himalayas के नीचे, those were the places where we find republican governments. These are a few examples of the republican governments. All right, now let's continue. Now what you guys must understand is during that later Vedic period or the 600 BC, in the Buddhist literature, Anguttara Nikaya, there's a mention of 16 great kingdoms. 16 महान kingdoms के बारे में बुद्धिस्ट लिटरेचर अंगुतारा निकाया में लिखा गया है, जिनको हम लोग 16 महाजनपद भी कहते हैं, which are known as 16 Mahajanpadas. Janpadas means tribes and Maha means bigger. So the greater Mahajanpadas. All right. So these were those 16 Mahajanpadas. You don't have to remember these 16 names, but still you can go through them. आपको ये 16 नाम याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी एक बार आप इनको सुन सकते हैं. अंगा, मगध, काशी, कोसाला, वज्जी, मल्ला, छेदी, वत्सा, कुरु, पंचाला, मत्स्या, सरुसेना, अस्माका, अवंती, गंधारा, कम्बोजा. Now the important thing to know here is ये 16 के 16, all these 16 of them will not survive in the end. In the end, only one Mahajanpad will survive, and that is Magad. And that is why we are studying the rise of Magad in this chapter. आपको ये बात समझनी पड़ेगी कि धीरे धीरे ये सारे के सारे जो महाजनपद हैं वो खत्म होते जाएंगे और एक ही महाजनपद या एक ही एम्पायर बचेगा, वो है मगध का. ओनली वन empire would remain in the end, Magad, and that is why we have the name of this chapter as the rise of Magad. Now this has not happened after Jainism and Buddhism. आप लोग हिस्ट्री को जब पढ़ रहे हैं तो आप उसको ये मत समझिए कि एक के बाद एक हो रहा है. The Jainism and Buddhism, what had happened during those time, these 16 Mahajanpadas were existing. Jainism और Buddhism के समय पर ही ये 16 महाजनपद एग्जिस्ट करती थी. So you don't consider that after Jainism and Buddhism, after the decline of Jainism and Buddhism, Jainism और Buddhism के डिक्लाइन के बाद ये 16 महाजनपद नहीं आए थे. वो तो दो रिलीजन थे या a way of life थे. Those two were religions, and during those two religions, these 16 Mahajanpadas were existing. I hope this point is clear to all of you. It is also mentioned in the Jain text that these 16 kingdoms were surviving. Now over a course of time, एक समय के बाद क्या होता है कि छोटे छोटे और जो कमजोर किंगडम हो जाते हैं, they either submit to the strong rulers or they gradually got eliminated. And finally, in the mid of the 16th century BC, 6th century BC के mid में, इसके मध्य में, what happened is only these 4 kingdoms survived. Remember, we just saw the 16 Mahajanpadas. From those 16, now we are left with 4 Mahajanpadas. और 4 के बाद बचेगा एक महाजनपदा, that is the Magad. ये please keep your concepts clear. ये जो 16 महाजनपद थे वो या तो एलिमिनेट होते गए, नष्ट होते गए, समाप्त होते गए, या उन्होंने सबमिट कर दिया अपने से मजबूत राजा को. और 6th सेंचुरी के मिड में ये 4 महाजनपद बचे और आखिर में ये होता है कि सिर्फ एक महाजनपद बचता है. All right. Now this is the map of India where you can locate those 16 Mahajanpadas. What you can do is you can pause the video and you can try to see the location of these Mahajanpadas. As you can see, Kamboj, Gandhara, this is on the northwestern side. This Vraji, Vaji, and this Anga, this is on the northeastern side. Asakka, this is on the southern side. And this Magad, this is on this Gangetic plain side. All right, आप ऐसे करके इनकी लोकेशन को ट्रेस कर सकते हैं. You can pause this, you can have a look. Let's continue. All right, sir, you are showing us these 16 Mahajanpadas, but it is very difficult for us to relate it with the present time. सर आपने ये 16 महाजनपदा के बारे में तो बता दिया, लेकिन ये हमारे लिए बहुत मुश्किल हो रहा है रिलेट कर पाना आज के प्रेजेंट टाइम से. Why? Because most of you might not have heard about these names right now. That is why I am giving you a table. आपने इनके नाम आज नहीं सुने होंगे, इसलिए I am giving to you a table. Let's say if I talk about महाजनपदा अंगा. सर ये अंगा कहाँ है? इसकी कैपिटल थी चंपा और इसकी प्रेजेंट लोकेशन है भागलपुर एंड मुंगेर. That means if we talk about the present location Bhagalpur and Munger, this used to be a Mahajanpada Anga in the olden times. Let me take one more example. Let's say Matsya. Matsya bhi ek Mahajanpad thi. This was also a Mahajanpad whose capital was Virat. Now, where it is presently located? Presently, it is submerged or it is a part of the Jaipur. I hope you guys are able to relate to this. You guys can go through this table. You can pause this video, just go through this once. Again, I am telling you, you don't have to memorize this. Just have a look at this for your reference. What is important is you guys must study about the 4 Mahajanpadas which remained after these 16. And from those 4, the last, what is Magad, is very, very important, which you have to study in detail. All right, let's continue. मैंने आपको बताया था, I told you that after those 16 Mahajanpadas, out of those 16, 4 remained and remaining either got submerged or got eliminated. वो 16 में से 4 बचे थे. These are those 4: Magad, Avanti, Kosala and Vatsa. So these are 4 out of those 16. पहले क्या होता है, ये जो वत्सा है, this becomes a part of Avanti and this becomes eliminated. फिर बच जाते हैं ये 3. Then Avanti becomes a part of Magad, and here also the Kosala becomes a part of Magad. Slowly these 2 also gets eliminated and only Magad Empire remains in the end. वत्सा बन जाता है अवंती का हिस्सा और वत्सा एलिमिनेट हो जाता है. फिर अवंती मगध का पार्ट बन जाता है और साथ ही साथ कोसाला भी मगध का हिस्सा बन जाता है और ये 2 भी एलिमिनेट हो जाते हैं और लास्ट में बच जाता है सिर्फ एक महाजनपद Magad, and that is why we are studying about this chapter. इस मगध एम्पायर के टेन्योर में ही अलेक्जेंडर भी इन्वेट करेगा. That is why we have related these 2 terms in the heading of our chapter. आपको रटना नहीं है, आपको समझना है. You have to understand why we say rise of Magad rather than just considering that this would have happened. All right, let's continue now. Now, I told you about those 3 Mahajanpadas which will later get subsumed or submitted to the Magadhian Empire. So one by one, let us see those 3 small empires. First let's study about Vatsa. जो Vatsa kingdom था, the Vatsa kingdom, it was situated on the bank of river Yamuna. Its capital was Kausambi. Now it is present now near the present day Allahabad, whose name has been changed to Prayagraj. All right. This is in Uttar Pradesh. Now, the most important ruler of Vatsa was Udayana. Now, understand one thing. During that period of time, most of the kings, they don't used to go for direct battles or wars. All right. वो डायरेक्ट युद्ध नहीं लड़ते थे. Instead, what they used to do, they used to marry the daughter or wife, not obviously wife, or else a war will take place, the daughter or granddaughter of the other empire, and then they used to maintain friendly relation with the other empires. वो क्या करते थे, वो दूसरे empire की राजाओं की बेटियों से या बहनों से शादी कर लेते थे और उनसे अच्छे संबंध बना लेते थे, एंड दैट इज व्हाई दे यूज्ड टू सर्वाइव। नाउ आई हैव यूज्ड अ वर्ड हियर, बैटल एंड वॉर। डू यू गाइस नो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ बैटल एंड अ वॉर? क्या आपको मालूम है बैटल और वॉर में डिफरेंस क्या होता है? डिफरेंस, ओके लेट मी टेल यू। बैटल इज अ वन डे इवेंट। अगर कोई युद्ध एक दिन के लिए लड़ा जा रहा है, इट इज अ बैटल। एंड देन व्हाट इज वॉर? वॉर इज समथिंग व्हिच टेक्स प्लेस फॉर मल्टीपल डेज, मल्टीपल मंथ्स और ईयर्स, which is happening for more than one day is a war. All right, it is due to the time frame we differentiate between battle and war. ये कितने समय तक लड़ा जा रहा है उसके आधार पर हम कहते हैं कि वो बैटल है कि वॉर है। All right. Now, once the Udayana popular ruler died, Vatsa was annexed by Avanti kingdom. याद है मैंने आपको बताया था कि Vatsa became a part of the Avanti and then later it became a part of the Mughal. I hope this point is clear. So in that table, what we were looking after that Vatsa, which was taken over by Avanti. Now let us see what happened to Avanti. The capital of Avanti was Ujjain, which is in Madhya Pradesh. The most important ruler of this kingdom was Pradyota. Pradyota इस kingdom के सबसे महत्वपूर्ण राजा थे. He became powerful by marrying Vasvadatta, the daughter of Udayana. All right, I hope this point is clear. अब ये जो उदयना है, उदयना के बारे में भी मैं आपको बता चुका हूं, जो कि वत्सा के राजा थे। तो उनकी बेटी से शादी करके इन्होंने ये और पावरफुल बन गए थे। इट इज क्वाइट ऑब्वियस, इफ वन किंग विल हैव सम फ्रेंडली रिलेशन विद अनदर किंग, द पावरफुल वन विल हैव अ बिगर रेन। ऑलराइट, द पावरफुल वन के पास क्या होगा? एक बड़ा एरिया, ज्योग्राफिकल एरिया होगा रूल करने के लिए। द पावरफुल किंग विल ऑटोमेटिकली गेट अ बिगर ज्योग्राफिकल एरिया टू रूल। अब ये जो प्रद्योता के बाद के जो सक्सेसर्स या इनके बाद के जो राजा थे, इनके जो बच्चे थे, दे वर वीक, एंड thus this kingdom also was a failure and it was taken over by the Mughal. याद है मैंने आपको बताया था वत्सा was taken over by Avanti and then Avanti was taken over by Magadhian Empire. I hope this is clear to all of you. अब ये जो मैंने आपको वत्सा, अवंती एंड मगध बताया, as I told you about Vatsa, Avanti and Magad, I told you about one more empire, that is Kosala, which was also later taken over by the Magadhian Empire. So let us see about Kosala. Ayodhya was the capital of Kosala, and the famous ruler of Kosala was King Prasenjit. He was very educated and very intelligent. He also, like other kings, he also what he realized was that Magad was a very powerful kingdom. So what he did was he entered into matrimonial alliance with Magadhian Empire. उसने भी शादी करके मगधियन एम्पायर के साथ अपने रिलेशन अच्छे कर लिए। जब हम मगधियन एम्पायर के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, when we will study about Magadhian Empire, we will see that there were kings in the Magadhian Empire such as Bimbisara and Ajatashatru. So first, what King Prasenjit of Kosala Empire did, किंग प्रसेनजीत कोसाला एम्पायर ने पहले क्या किया? पहले मगधियन एम्पायर के राजा बिंबिसारा की बहन से शादी कर ली, एंड ही गॉट काशी एज अ डाउरी। लेटर ऑन व्हाट हैपेंड, देन आफ्टर बिंबिसारा इन द मगधियन एम्पायर, अजातशत्रु विल बिकम द किंग। Then there was a dispute between Prasenjit and Ajatashatru. Now Prasenjit felt कि अगर ये मैं अजात शत्रु से लड़ाई करूंगा तो ये मगधियन एम्पायर हमको कैप्चर कर लेगी। Kosala will become a part of Magadhian Empire. So what he did, he resolved those disputes with Ajatashatru, and what he did was he married to the daughter of Bimbisara. Now just look at this, guys. First he married to the sister of Bimbisara. Later he married to the daughter of Bimbisara also, just to ensure कि उसका kingdom ना छिन जाए, just to ensure that his kingdom is not taken by the Magadhian Empire. But once this powerful king dies, then there was no further need, and Magadhian Empire captures Kosala, and in the end only one empire remains. अंत में सिर्फ एक empire बचता है, that is the Magadhian Empire. I hope this is clear to all of you. And from here starts the rise of Magadhian Empire. Now, from of all the North Indian kingdoms, Magad was the most powerful and prosperous. Now, sir, can you please tell me? You're telling that Magad was the most prosperous and most powerful. ऐसा क्या था मगध के पास? What was with the Magadhian Empire that it was so powerful? There must be some logic. There must be some reason. Yes. First thing is, I have already taught you in chapter number 1 that the geography plays a very, very important role in defining the history. Now, the Magadhian Empire was situated at a strategic position between the upper and lower part of the Gangetic Valley, and hence its geography was very strategic. वो एक ऐसी strategic location पर present था, because of which it had a very advantage of winning over the other kingdoms. Second very important thing was it had a very fertile soil. मगधियन एम्पायर क्योंकि वो गैंगेटिक वैली में थी, उसकी सॉइल, उसकी मिट्टी बहुत फर्टाइल थी. Obviously, if the soil will be fertile, the state will be very prosperous because people will don't have to worry about their food. All right, and hence its economic value will be very high. To add on to that, उस पे ऐड करने के लिए वहां पे पास में जो हिल थे, राजगिर और राजगृह जिसको कहते हैं, वहां पर आयरन ओर्स प्रेजेंट था. मोर ओवर नियर गया देयर वेयर डिपॉजिट्स ऑफ कॉपर एंड आयरन. Now it was naturally having assets of these metal ores. That is why it was very easy for them to make weapons. आपको ये बात समझ में आ रही है? राजगृह के पहाड़ों के पास और गया के पास उनको आयरन ओर्स, कॉपर ओर्स, आयरन डिपॉजिट्स वो नेचुरली मिल गए थे, and it was very easy for them to make weapons. Of even today also, how countries are showing their power? Do you think today India will fight a war against Pakistan or China? They may fight, but practically it is not possible. आज practically possible नहीं है कि कोई भी देश युद्ध लड़ पाए, but still they are giving a greater emphasis on their defense budget. Why? Because they want to prove it to the world कि see, we have a lot of equipments with us. हमारे पास बहुत सारे equipments है. हमसे पंगा मत लेना, हमसे लड़ने की कोशिश मत करना. Same way as during the Magadhian Empire, they had a lot of these wars. They used to make a lot of weapons, and the other empires used to get scared of them. Moreover, it was located, as I have already told, at a strategic location. Now it passed through a highway. Now, if let's say other empire has to pass through that empire, then you have to pay taxes. Now, Rajgriha was the capital of Magadhian Empire in the beginning. Remember this. During the beginning of Magadhian Empire, Rajgriha or Rajgir was the capital, जहां से उनको iron ores भी मिलती थी. Now, in this empire, we will see a lot of kings, that is Bimbisara, Ajatashatru, and then we will also look at the other kings. So let us start looking at them one by one. एक एक करके हम उनके बारे में देखते हैं. Now remember one thing. Now you guys must understand what is dynasty. Let's say once a king and his successive sons will rule. जब एक राजा और उसके बच्चे रूल करते हैं, it is called as a dynasty. When somebody else comes and takes over the throne, जब कोई और आके उस राज्य को ओवरटेक कर लेता है या हड़प लेता है, तब शुरू हो जाती है कोई नई डायनेस्टी. आई होप दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर. सो वी विल टॉक अबाउट फर्स्ट द किंग ऑफ द मगधियन एम्पायर, बिंबिसारा. ही बिलोंग टू द हरंकिया डायनेस्टी. ही वाज नॉट द फाउंडर ऑफ द हरंकिया डायनेस्टी, बट ही वाज एन इंपॉर्टेंट रूलर ऑफ हरंकिया डायनेस्टी. ऑल राइट, हमको सारे के सारे राजाओं के बारे में नहीं पढ़ना है. वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट द इंपॉर्टेंट किंग्स. ऑल राइट, सो he also, like other kings, he also consolidated his position by entering into matrimonial alliance. याद है हमने पहले ही ये डिस्कस कर लिया था कि he first married Kosala Devi, sister of Prasenjit, and he entered into matrimonial alliance. He was given Kasi as dowry. प्रसेनजीत वहां से इसको काशी डाउरी में मिल गया था. He even married Chilana, the princess of the Chilavi family. Now remember this Lichavi family of Vaishali All right. To some extent, they were also exercising the republican form of government, not the monarchical form of government. ठीक है. अब दूसरी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज ये थी कि ये जो मैट्रिमोनियल अलायंस ये करते थे, इससे क्या हुआ, पूरा नदन फ्रंटियर जो था इनके लिए सिक्योर हो गया था. इवन इन्होंने क्या किया था, इन्होंने अपने नेपाल तक के बॉर्डर को सिक्योर कर लिया था मैट्रिमोनियल अलायंस करके. All right. Even if I talk about the central Punjab, over there also he married Khema of the royal house of Madra. So, as you guys can understand here, he was also a very clever and very intelligent king, and he also used to enter into matrimonial alliance with various kingdoms just to ensure that he is safe from all the sides. ये भी अलग अलग किंगडम्स में शादी करके अपने आप को सेफ करते जा रहे थे. All right. Now, that does not happen that he only used to marry and expand his kingdoms. Okay, he also used to undertook many expeditions, and he had also defeated Brahmadatta of Anga, and he had annexed that kingdom. All right. And with Avanti, he had friendly relations. बिंबिसारा ने अंगा के ब्रह्मदत्ता को हराकर उस किंगडम को अपने अंडर में ले लिया था, और उन्होंने अवंती के साथ एक फ्रेंडली रिलेशन रखे थे. उनका एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन बहुत ऑर्गेनाइज था. अब ऐसा बोला जाता है कि वो जो बिंबिसारा थे वो कंटेम्परेरी थे वर्धमान महावीर और गौतम बुद्ध के. इसी समय के आसपास दोनों प्रचलन में थे. Both Gautam Buddha and Mahavira were relevant in this time, and hence it is said that Bimbisara was a contemporary of both. दोनों के दोनों रिलीजन ये क्लेम करते हैं कि बिंबिसारा उनके धर्म को सपोर्ट करते थे. Both the religions say that Bimbisara used to support Buddhism also and Jainism also. And it has also been told, and it seems, it appears that the Bimbisara king had given a lot of gifts to the Buddhist Sangh. क्योंकि बुद्धिस्ट संघ, अब क्या होता है देखिए आप समझिए, अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यूज्ड टू हैपन when the Buddhist monk or the Jain, these monks, when they will travel from one place to the other, they will travel from one kingdom to the other. Now it has been told that when the Buddhist Sangh people used to travel from the Magadhian Empire, Bimbisara used to give them a lot of gifts and places to stay and food to eat. I hope this point is clear to all of you. After Bimbisara came Ajatashatru. All right. Now Ajatashatru, unlike Bimbisara, he doesn't used to believe much in marrying. Instead, what he used to do, he used to go for military conquests. All right. वो युद्ध लड़ते थे. He fought against Kosala Vesali and made them a part of the Magadhian Empire. All right. Now, one very important thing was his. Now what he did was he used to fight a lot, and he had fought many wars. All right, which has almost lasted for 16 years. That means he had tried to bring the other kingdoms under his kingdom by hook or by crook, by fighting till any extent. Now he realized one thing. You remember, in this Harankya dynasty, in the Magadhian Empire, Harankya dynasty, Magadhian Empire में राजगिर और राजगृहा कैपिटल थी शुरुआत में, but lately he realized that partly Gram is village, which later became Patliputra, which later became Patna, that it is a very strategic position. It is a very strategic place. It is very very important. He realized that. That is why Ajat Shatru ने क्या किया? That is why what he did, he fortified it. उसने किलाबंदी कर दी. इस पूरे गांव के चारों तरफ किला बना दिया. He fortified it so that it can act as a convenient base against Vaishali. All right, because as I have already told you, he used to fight against Koshala and Vaishali until they became a part of the Magadhian Empire. All right, I hope this point is clear. Now, Buddhist and Jain, again, as he was very powerful, both of them used to say that Ajatashatru was a follower of both their religions. But it is generally believed, ऐसा माना जाता है कि पहले अजातशत्रु जैनिज्म के फॉलोअर थे, बाद में उन्होंने बौद्ध धर्म को अपना लिया था. और ऐसा भी बोला गया है कि he had met Gautam Buddha. All right. Now, do we have any proof for this? Yes. In these sculptures, all right. ये उसमें जो भरूच के स्कल्पचर्स हैं उसके एक सीन में ऐसा मेंशन भी है that अजात शत्रु is meeting गौतम बुद्धा. All right. Now, according to Mahavamsa, इसके अनुसार he had made various chaityas and viharas so that monks can stay in that when they travel from one place to the other. एक प्लेस से दूसरी प्लेस ट्रेवल करने के लिए इन्होंने कई चैट्स और विहारास भी बनाकर दिए थे. Now, Ajatshatru also becomes very important because remember we used to study that Buddhist councils were taking place. The first Buddhist council, पहली Buddhist council जो राजगृह में हुई थी, immediately बुद्धा की डेथ के बाद, that happened during the reign of Ajatshatru. इन्हीं के राज्य में वो पहली Buddhist council हुई थी. Now remember one thing, capital अभी भी राजगृह है. Rajgriha is still the capital, but he realized the importance of Patliputra or Patna. Remember this point. Now, what happened was, after Ajatshatru, the successor was Udayin. He now changed the capital from Rajgriha to Patliputra. And some of you have asked me this doubt multiple times in Instagram also, in YouTube also. Sir, that what is the meaning of this confluence of Ganga and Son? What is this Son? See, both of them are river. Now let's say, okay, this Patna, it is situated where Ganga and the Son river are meeting. Confluence is where both of them meet. I hope this is clear. Later, Patliputra will also become a very important capital of Mauryas also. In next chapter, we'll study about Mauryas. Okay, we will study about Chandragupta Maurya. We will study about Ashoka the Great. So later on also, they also kept the capital as Patliputra. But it started during Udayin's rule in the Harankya dynasty, which was a part of the Magadhian Empire. उदयन के बाद के जो राजा आते हैं, the kings who were the successors of Udayan were weak, and hence the Magadhian Empire was captured by the Shishunag, and hence the Harankya dynasty comes to an end, and the Shishunag dynasty started. अब हम जल्दी से देखते हैं what is Shishunag dynasty. Now we do not have a clear picture of the chronology of Shishunag. Anyways, that is not very important. All right. Now Shishunag. Now when Avanti became a part of the Magadhian Empire, that time the king of the Magadhian Empire was Shishunag. All right. Now after Shishunag, again this empire started declining because there was no such good king. All right. His successors were Kal Ashok. All right. Now don't get confused with Ashoka the Great, which we will study in Mauryan Empire. Shishunag के successor थे Kal Ashok. Now इन्हीं के टाइम पर second Buddhist council हुई थी वैशाली में. All right. I hope this point is clear. Now this Kal Ashok, as he was not a very powerful king, he was killed by the founder of the Nanda dynasty. और Shishunag Nag dynasty के बाद शुरू होती है Nanda dynasty. So after the Shishunag dynasty, we start. We will see that the Nanda dynasty starts. All right. In the Nanda dynasty, the founder of the Nanda dynasty, or I should say the most important uh, king of the Nanda dynasty was Mahapadmananda. All right. Now it is during his time that it reached its zenith. All right. He was a very powerful king. All right. Now understand one thing. He uprooted the Kshatriya dynasty and he assumed the title of Ekarat. Ekarat, you can also consider as a Parrevachi or a synonym as an emperor. He used to say that Ekarat means I am the sole person who is ruling. I am the emperor. I am the king of the kings. All right. Now, in the Purans also it is mentioned about the great conquest made by the Padmananda. Purans में भी लिखा हुआ है कि महापद्मनंदा ने बहुत कुछ कॉन्कर किया था. और हमको जो कलिंगा के पास जो हाथी गुम्फा इंस्क्रिप्शन मिलते हैं, इंस्क्रिप्शन क्या होते हैं आप समझ लीजिए. किसी भी स्टोन में जब हम काट करके इनग्रेव करके कुछ लिखते हैं, when we cut out, engrave something and write on a hard surface such as a stone, it is known as an inscription. Now inscription could also be on a pillar also. All right. Okay. Now, many historians believe that his rule went up to the Deccan, that is, up to the south. That is why he can be said as a great empire builder. All right. Buddhist tradition ये कहता है, Buddhist tradition says that he ruled for almost 10 years and then he was succeeded by his 8 sons. All right. Now, the last ruler of the Nanda dynasty was Dhanananda. All right. Now, understand one thing. He got everything from his previous kings. अपने पिता दादाओं से इसको बहुत सारी property, wealth, everything he got a very powerful army, enormous wealth. Now the problem was he do not used to listen to his people. Okay, the Dhanananda, he do not used to. Now it is because of this. Now it is because of this that the Mauryan Empire, what we will see later on, the Mauryan Empire or the Mauryan Gupta dynasty, they will take over
Well,
the
how are
Nanda
you?
dynasty, which we will study in the next chapter. All right. इसी से परेशान होकर, धनानंदा से परेशान होकर, चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य and Kautilya, whom we also say as Chanakya, they initiated a popular movement against this Nanda ruler, and this नंदा डायनेस्टी विल कम टू एन एंड. आपको ये बात समझ में आ रही है कि ये जो मौर्यन एम्पायर आगे आएगा, it is because of the failure of the Nanda dynasty, because of the failure of Dhanananda, because he do not used to listen to his people. He became very egoistic because of the immense wealth that he had collected. Now, one more very important thing is, it is during his rule, it is during the rule of Dhanananda that Alexander invaded India. And it is because of this also that he became little weak, and taking advantage of that, the Mauryan Empire, they annexed, और Mauryan Empire का जन्म होता है. Please understand this very very carefully. धनानंदा के समय में अलेक्जेंडर ने इंडिया को इन्वेट किया था, और उसी टाइम पर लोग परेशान थे धनानंदा से. चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य और कौटिल्य, who is also known as Chanakya, they took the advantage of this position and hence started the Mauryan Empire. Let's continue now. Now, it is very important to understand that during this Magadhian Empire, or overall when we are talking about this time frame, what were the foreign invasions taking place? क्यों? क्योंकि it will play a very very important role in understanding how it had led to the political unification of our country. जो हम फ्यूचर में हम पढ़ेंगे मौर्यन एम्पायर के बारे में in the next chapter, when we will study about the Mauryan Empire, it will be very very important for us to understand that why they were running behind the unification of the entire country, because from the foreign invasions India realized once कि नहीं, हमको एक होना पड़ेगा to fight against these foreign invasions, or else people will come, they will fight against us. All right, so first let's look at the Persian invasion. All right, the Persian invasion, let's have a look at it right now. First of all, now Persian, right now we say that it is the Iranian region. All right, so he was the first king Cyrus. He was a great conqueror of the Achaemenian Empire. All right, ये एक एम्पायर था जो कि पूरे मिडिल ईस्ट, उधर वहां पे पूरा पूरा राज्य इनका बढ़ता जा रहा था, दबदबा सेंट्रल एशिया साइड. All right, now he was the first conqueror who wanted to enter into India, and he captured the Gandhara region. Remember, Gandhara region is mentioned on the northwestern frontier. All right. अब ये इतने powerful थे, he was so powerful that the Indian tribes to the west of the Indus River, they submitted to him. All right. He also sent his son also, but his son did not pay much attention towards India. But his grandson, Darius I, he conquered the Indus Valley region in 518 BC and annexed Punjab and Sindh. And it became a very powerful part of the Achaemenian Empire, because here we had lot of rivers. Punjab itself means 5 rivers. Punjab का मतलब ही होता है 5 रिवर. और डेरियस वन ने जब ये इंडस वैली रीजन को कैप्चर कर लिया, तो इट बिकेम वेरी वेरी फ्रूटफुल फॉर देम, क्योंकि यहाँ से उनको बहुत फर्टाइल लैंड मिल गया. All right. Now after that also when Xerxes came, Xerxes ने क्या किया? When these Persians, remember we are talking about Persians invasion right now. These Persians, when they were fighting against Greece, Greece is present day Macedonia, and this Persian is Iran. So Iran and Macedonia, when they were fighting against each other, Xerxes deployed the Indian infantry and cavalry. जर्सीज ने इंडियन फुट सोल्जर, इन्फेंट्री इज फुट सोल्जर, कैवलरी इज जो घुड़सवार होते हैं, he used them to fight against Greece, but he faced a defeat. All right, I hope this point is clear. And it is during this time when Greece defeated these Persians, Greece started realizing that we should also now start invading India. And now we will start seeing that after Persian, Greece will think about invading India. I hope this point is clear. All right. Now, what was the result of this Persian invasion? ये Persian invasion से कुछ हुआ क्या? Yes, the Indo-Iranian commerce, it improved a lot. The commerce between Indo-Iranian, this improved, or this prepared a ground for the Alexander to invade because of the war between this Persian Iranian and the Greece Macedonian people. The Greece realized that, oh, they are sending Indian soldiers to fight against us. Okay, let us also invade India, and this prepared a ground for Alexander. I hope this point is clear. Now Kharoshti script, this has come from an Iranian writing. Now in the Mauryan Empire, when we will study about Ashoka edicts, when Ashoka wanted to spread Buddhism to all parts of the world, ये जो खरोष्टी स्क्रिप्ट है जो कि एक ईरानियन भाषा है, जब अशोका बौद्ध धर्म का प्रचार करने वाले थे, अशोका कौन? मौर्यन एम्पायर का हिस्सा, जिसके बारे में हम अगले चैप्टर में पढ़ेंगे. ही हैज यूज्ड खरोष्टी स्क्रिप्ट टू स्प्रेड बुद्धिज्म to the different parts of the world. Moreover, in the Mauryan Empire, we will see a lot of Persian art in the pillars of Ashoka also and the sculptures also. I hope this point is clear. All right. Now let us see the Greek invasion. Now the very important thing here to understand is the Alexander's invasion. याद है मैंने आपको बताया था, it was during Dhanananda of the Nanda dynasty that the Alexander invaded India. All right. What was the condition of India when Alexander invaded? Now see, when the Persians invaded, all right, Persians invaded after 200 years. The Alexander from Macedonia, he invaded. Now, that time there were many small kingdoms on the northwestern part. All right, like Ambi of Takshila, Abhisar was a king, Porus was a king. They used to fight against each other. All right, there was no unity when any common enemy will come. So understand this. Now, if we are not standing together against one enemy who is trying to come, what enemy will do is he will start फिनिशिंग अस वन बाय वन. अगर हम एकजुट होकर किसी एनिमी के अगेंस्ट नहीं खड़े होंगे तो वो एक एक करके हमको खत्म करना शुरू कर देगा. ही विल स्टार्ट एलिमिनेटिंग अस वन बाय वन. दैट इज व्हाई वी आर स्टडीइंग हिस्ट्री, बिकॉज वी हैव टू लर्न फ्रॉम आवर मिस्टेक्स. आई होप दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. even though even though there were many small kingdoms, still it was not easy for Alexander to overcome that. इतने छोटे छोटे ये किंगडम्स होने के बाद भी ऐसा नहीं है कि अलेक्जेंडर के लिए इजी था कि आओ और इंडिया को कैप्चर कर लो. लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड नाउ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हाई अलेक्जेंडर वांटेड टू इन्वेड इंडिया. व्हाई अलेक्जेंडर वांटेड टू कम इन इंडिया, और क्यों वो इंडिया को कैप्चर करना चाहता था. नाउ वंस from that in that Macedonia, once the King Philip died in 334 BC, Alexander became king. Now he conquered the whole of Persia by defeating Darius III. Remember this Darius III? He was a Persian king. Now this is the name of the battle, Arbela 330. Not very important as of now. It is important, you can say, for prelims point of view, but then again, okay, don't focus much on these things. Okay, focus on understanding the chronology and the story more. All right. Now he started moving eastwards, and whatever leftover part of Persian was there, he wanted to capture that. Okay, it is also mentioned in some of the Greek writings. All right, like Herodotus. Not very important again for us. Now he was having a keen interest in geography. He was having a lot of interest in nature. he wanted to invade India क्योंकि उनके समय में during his time it was believed that India is the last country. India एक आखिरी country है. Sir, what are you saying? Yes, they used to believe India is the last country. After that, there is a never-ending sea. So India was considered as the end of this world. वो सोचते थे कि इंडिया इस धरती का अंत है और उसके बाद जो समुद्र है वो कभी अंत ही नहीं होगा, उसका अनंत है. That is why he felt that if he will capture India, that will act as the eastern boundary of the world. During that time, they do not realize that the earth is a sphere or a ball. All right, they felt that earth is a flat surface and India is lying on the eastern side. After that, there is sea which will never end. I hope this point is clear to all of you. That is why he wanted to invade India. Now, this is the Macedonian, this is the path what he followed. Now here you can see he reached up to here और यहाँ पर हम देखेंगे, here we will see that he will fight a very famous battle known as Battle of Hydaspes. All right, and this is where he will try to return back and during his return journey he will die. वो ज्यादा समय तक जिंदा नहीं रह पाते हैं. He died also. All right, let's understand. Now, he crossed those Hindu Kush mountains through those passes, and with those tribes which were staying over there, he fought a lot with them for 10 months. All right. Now, he crossed the Indus River also in February 326 BC with the helps of the bridges and the boats, whatever they made. Now, understand one thing. What will happen is, let's say when he's fighting with a few tribes, and let's say here there's a kingdom. There's a kingdom. What will happen is these kingdom will come to know that one big ruler is coming and he is one by one eliminating them. जब कोई बाहर से इन्वेट करने आएगा और वो एक एक करके एलिमिनेट करता जा रहा है ट्राइब्स को, इस बड़े किंगडम को उसके बारे में पता तो चल ही जाएगा. तो वो two things can happen. Either they will start preparing for a war against them or they will get ready to फॉर देयर वेलकम. या तो वो उनके अगेंस्ट युद्ध लड़ने के लिए तैयार हो जाएंगे या तो वो उनके वेलकम के लिए तैयार हो जाएंगे. सेम वे द रूलर ऑफ तक्षशिला अम्बी ही वार्मली received Alexander. All right, you can say that he do not wanted to fight against Alexander. From there, Alexander sent a message to Porus that you also submit to me and give your kingdom to me. But Porus was a very brave king. He said, no, I will fight against you. Then Alexander marched from this Taxila to the banks of the river Hydaspes, which is a part of Jhelum river. Remember, I showed you in that map. And here comes the final fight of Hydaspes. But that time they were heavy rains and floods were happening, so Alexander was not able to cross. He waited for a few days. After that, he crosses the river, and this famous battle of Hydaspes takes place on the plains of Karri. It was a very well contested battle. Though Porus was a very brave king, he had a strong army, he lost the battle. Porus एक बहुत मजबूत राजा थे मगर वो हार जाते हैं. But Alexander was very very impressed और Alexander पोरस को उनका राज्य वापस कर देते हैं. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Now he wanted to go further and wanted to reach up to Gangetic Valley.
Yeah, wow.
But understand one thing, his soldiers refused. वो बहुत थक चुके थे इतने युद्ध लड़ लड़ के. They were injured, they were tired. At the same time, they have heard about the Magadhian Empire, and they have heard they over there that they have elephants also with them. And obviously, by knowing the size of elephants, they were scared to fight. And Alexander was not able to convince his soldiers, and they decided to return. He made arrangements for his conquered territories. जो भी अलेक्जेंडर ने टेरिटरी जीत ली थी, उनके वहां पे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का बंदोबस्त किया, इंतजाम किया और वापस लौटने की तैयारी शुरू की. उन्होंने अपनी इंडस से ये ब्यास की जो टेरिटरी थी उसको 3 प्रोविंसेस में डिवाइड किया, वहां पे अपने गवर्नर्स डिप्लॉय कर दी. He started returning back in October 326 BC. Now, while returning also he had to face fights with many tribes जो retreat करी थी. लौटते वक्त भी he had to fight with a lot of tribes. Somehow he managed and reached up to Indus. Now, on the way back, when he reached Babylon, he fell seriously ill and he died in 323 BC. उनकी तबीयत खराब हो जाती है और उनकी मौत हो जाती है और पूरे भारत को कैप्चर करने का उनका सपना अधूरा रह जाता है. He thought he will later on come back and fight, but this dream remains incomplete. What was the effect of this Alexander's invasion? इससे क्या हुआ? इससे ये हुआ कि इंडिया रियलाइज्ड, जो धनानंदा के बाद जो मौर्यन एम्पायर आएंगे, दी रियलाइज्ड that anybody can come and fight with us. No, कोई भी आके हमको इन्वेट कर सकता है. We must encourage political unification. And thus the small state system came to an end और एक बड़े एम्पायर का जन्म होगा, which we will see in the next chapter. It also paved the way for direct contacts between India and Greece, that is uh, between these two countries, so that what happened was trade and commerce started prospering. Now, as I have already told you, he wanted to conquer India, but due to his premature death, it was not happened. All right. और जो उन्होंने इंडस वैली में भी अपने गवर्नर्स बनाए थे वहां पे, that also did not stay for a long time because during the Mauryan Empire expansion, that was captured. I hope this chapter was helpful to you and you guys have realized this. Please don't message. Now we do not have a Telegram channel. We have Instagram and Facebook for now. All right, slowly we will only stick to Instagram for regular updates. And today in the night, we will also update one video about our yearly plan, so you can watch that also. And those of your friends who want to prepare for UPSC and want a platform wherein they don't have to pay for coaching academies or they cannot afford fees, please आप उनको इस platform पे ला सकते हैं जो coaching academies की fees नहीं afford कर सकते हैं. All right, so we'll meet again, we'll study again. Thank you everybody for watching. God bless you. Hello everyone. Welcome to UPSC Digital Library. Welcome to the complete course on Ancient Indian History. Ancient Indian History के complete course में आप सभी का स्वागत है. Today we will talk about the Mauryan Empire. आज हम अपने 6वें चैप्टर Mauryan Empire के बारे में बात करेंगे. Now, if you guys look on the right side of the screen, you guys can see the vast empire which was made under the Mauryans. अगर आप इस स्क्रीन के राइट साइड पे देखें तो आपको ये भारत के नक्शे में ये बड़ा साम्राज्य नजर आएगा जो मौर्यंस के द्वारा एस्टैब्लिश किया गया था. So let us try to understand what was the reason why this happened. The first very important thing which we must understand is that the Mauryan Empire was formed after overthrowing the Nanda dynasty, which we have already discussed in the last video. So if you have not watched the last video, please watch all the videos in the sequence. अगर आपने पिछला वीडियो देखा होगा तो आपको मालूम होगा कि नंदा डायनेस्टी में जो धनानंदा थे वो अपने लोगों के हित में काम नहीं कर रहे थे. धनानंदा, the last ruler of the Nanda dynasty, was not working in favor of the people, and as a result what happens, इसके कारण क्या होता है, that the Mauryan people, they overtook them. How they overtook? Now there was a person whose name was Chandragupta Maurya. एक इंसान थे चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य जिन्होंने चाणक्य के साथ मिलकर इस राजा धनानंदा को अपने सिंहासन से गिरा दिया. Now there was a person, Chandragupta Maurya, who overthrew the kingdom of Dhanananda with the help of Chanakya, who was also his political guru. Now, for the first time, what happens during this time, that the political unity is achieved. Now, आप लोग ये सोच रहे होंगे कि ये जो पॉलिटिकल यूनिटी, ये जो एकता की बात हो रही है भारत में, ऐसा क्यों हुआ? Why this was done? This was done because during the time of Nanda dynasty के टाइम पे Alexander invasion भी हुआ था. During that time, Alexander invasion also took place, and the Mauryans realized, Mauryans को ये समझ में आ गया था, that they must achieve the political unity of the country if they have to prosper. अगर हमको आगे तरक्की करनी है, हमको हमारे साम्राज्य को बचाना है, तो हमको political unity तो करनी ही पड़ेगी. And moreover, what happened was the the history writing has become very clear from this period and the chronology is very clear. अभी तक क्या हो रहा था, chronology was not clear because the writings were vague and it was not very clear. Okay, there were many assumptions what we were making, but from the Mauryan period से जितना भी इतिहास अब हम आगे पढ़ेंगे, it is very clear. All right, now there are numerous resources apart from our indigenous resources through which we have come to know about this period. Apart from the books that were written by the Indian people and the foreign people, हमारे भारतीय और विदेशी लोगों के द्वारा जो किताब लिखी गई है उसके द्वारा, there are a number of epigraphical records also available through which we know about the Mauryan people. कई epigraphical record भी लिखे गए हैं जिसके कारण से हमको हमें मौर्यन साम्राज्य के इतिहास का पता चलता है. सर, कैन यू प्लीज एक्सप्लेन व्हाट इज दिस एपिग्राफी? Yes, I will explain this to you. Now, epigraphy is the study and interpretation of ancient inscriptions. यानी कि पुराणिक इतिहास में in the olden times when we study and interpret the inscriptions, ancient inscriptions, it is known as epigraphy. All right. Still, sir, can you please tell us what is this inscription all about? What is this inscription? Yes. Now, when you engrave something, जब आप किसी stone या metal में, when you try to cut and write something in a stone or a metal, such kind of writing is known as inscription. So will I say that book is a form of inscription? No. Will I say that this image what you see is a form of inscription? Yes. All right, I hope this difference is clear to all of you. All right. As I told you, there are various resources through which we come to know about the Mauryan Empire. One such literary sources is Kautilya's Arthashastra. Kautilya was also known by the name of Chanakya. All right. He was the political guru of Chandragupta Maurya. All right. Now, this book was written by Kautilya in Sanskrit. Now he was also known as the Indian Machiavelli. अब ये इंसान कौन थे? He is known as the father of the modern Indian philosophy. He is known as the father of the Indian modern philosophy. All right. Apart from that, हमारे मॉडर्न इतिहास के, हमारे आज के इतिहास, हमारा जो आज का समय चल रहा है, उस समय में इनको पॉलिटिकली भी बहुत इंटेलिजेंट माना जाता है. तो कौटिल्य की तुलना इनसे की जाती है. सो दैट मीन्स यू कैन रियलाइज हाउ मच इंटेलिजेंट this guy would have been. Very soon you will realize when we will understand the political administration. जब हम मौर्यन काल के समय का पॉलिटिकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन समझेंगे, तब आपको ये पता चलेगा कि कितनी बारीकी से इन्होंने काम किया था. Now, the manuscripts which were written, that means the book, this Arthashastra, now this was discovered by R. Sharma Shastri in the year 1904. Now, this entire manuscript has 15 books and these 15 books has total 180 chapters. But overall, अगर हमको ये 15 किताबों में जो 180 चैप्टर दिए हैं, अगर इनको तीन मुख्य पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करना हो, if I have to divide this into 3 parts, I will say that the first part deals with the king, his council of ministers and the departments of the government. The second part will deal with the civil and the criminal law, that means related to the law and order and the judiciary. The third is related to the foreign policy, that is diplomacy and war. So first is related to the governance, the second is related to the law and order and judiciary, and the third is related to the foreign policy. I hope ये बात सबको समझ में आ रही है. Now, for the Mauryans, to know about the Mauryans, this is the most important literary source, Kautilya's Arthashastra. Let us continue. Apart from this, now when we will move further, when in future we will study about Gupta period, जब हम आगे जाके गुप्ता काल के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, उस समय के एक लेखक थे. That time there was a writer, Vishakha Datta. Now he had written a drama, Mudra Rakshasa. In that also it has been mentioned how Chandragupta Maurya, with the assistance of Kautilya, was able to overthrow the Nandas. I hope this point is clear to all of you. This also will help you to understand about the social economic conditions under the Mauryan people. I hope this is clear. Let's continue. Now, Megasthenes, he was a Greek ambassador in the court of Chandragupta Maurya. That means he was a foreigner who was a Greek ambassador working under the king of Chandragupta Maurya. हमारे इस मौर्य काल में सबसे पहले इनके जो राजा हैं वो बनेंगे चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य। उनके अंडर में बहुत सारे एम्बेसडर्स भी थे जो फॉरेन से आके वहां पर रुकते थे, जिनको हम राजदूत बोलते हैं। तो मेगास्थनीस उसमें से एक थे। ही रोट अ बुक इंडिका विच हैज ओनली सर्वाइव्ड इन फ्रैगमेंट्स। वो कुछ उनके उस किताब के कुछ अवशेष बचे हैं। This book has not survived completely. It also gives a very detailed account about the administration of the capital city of Patliputra and the military organization. Now, the social life has also been explained in this book. Now, one more thing which you guys must know is, now during those times when those books will be written, so generally kings or the priest will order those books to be written. Okay, so generally it will not be written from a common man's perspective. वो जो भी किताबें उस काल में लिखी जाती थी वो आम इंसान की बोली नहीं थी। वो राजा या तो बोलता था कि किताब लिखो, या तो एक एक कोई प्रीस्ट होगा जो वो एक किताब लिखेगा राजा की तारीफ में, ताकि राजा खुश हो जाए और कुछ इनाम दे। सो दैट इज व्हाई यू गाइज मस्ट ट्रीट दीज रिसोर्सेज with caution and must be very very careful, because we do not know whether all these things what we are reading are 100% right or wrong. But at the same time, do not become binary, do not become 0 or 1, or aisa nahi hona chahiye. It should not happen that you stop reading all these history sources saying that everything is wrong, at the same time everything is not right also. Okay, so obviously it is in our syllabus, we are studying it, but always keep your brain open and open to different ideas. All right, let's continue. Apart from those two indica resources and the book which was written by Chanakya, there are some other resources also, like in the Purans also it's mentioned, in the Buddhist literatures also, like Jatakas, it's mentioned about the Mauryas. Now Dipvamsa and Mahavamsa, which were also written by Buddhists in Sri Lanka when the Buddhism was spreading in Sri Lanka, here also the role of Ashoka has been mentioned. So that means there are various लिटरेचर रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल टू अस। हमारे पास कई ऐसी किताबों में ये अवेलेबल है, ये मौजूद है कि मौर्य काल एग्जिस्ट करता था और उसका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैसा था। आई होप दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू। Apart from those books, there are various archaeological resources also. There are various edicts. अब edicts क्या होते हैं? Edicts means when you find a certain object which give you some archaeological value, like various pillar edicts and rock edicts. मतलब कई पिलर और रॉक्स के ऊपर भी अशोका ने अपनी बात कहने की कोशिश की थी। Now these inscriptions of Ashoka, now why inscriptions? Because they are engraved either on a hard surface such as a rock or a pillar. They were first deciphered by James Prinsep in 1837. Now mostly the script which was used here was Brahmi. Brahmi script ज्यादातर यहाँ पर इस्तेमाल की गई थी। नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न इंडिया में खरोष्टी स्क्रिप्ट का इस्तेमाल किया गया था। Now remember, Gandhara was one of the Mahajanpada in the northwestern region. There Kharoshti was used. Sir, can you please let us know what is this Brahmi, Kharoshti? Because it is now one by one the scripts are coming up and it is becoming slightly difficult for you to understand. Sir, एक एक करके ब्रह्मी स्क्रिप्ट, खरोष्टी स्क्रिप्ट आ रही है, क्या आप थोड़ा सा समझा सकते हैं इन स्क्रिप्ट के बारे में? All right, let me explain this to you. Now, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बिफोर वी मूव इनटू दोज स्क्रिप्ट्स, सबसे पहले हम जो इस एडिक्ट्स की बात करें इसकी जल्दी से एक हम समरी देख लेते हैं। नाउ देयर आर टोटल 7 पिलर एडिक्ट्स, यू डोंट हैव टू रिमेंबर ऑल ऑफ देम, बट वन इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज ऑल द पिलर्स आर मोनोलिथ, दैट मींस मेड फ्रॉम अ सिंगल स्टोन। मतलब अगर एक बड़ा सा पत्थर रखा हुआ है, इफ देयर इज अ सिंगल स्टोन ओवर देयर, फ्रॉम अ सिंगल स्टोन if you cut and make the entire pillar, it is known as a monolith monument. Okay, now in the ancient India there were many temples also which were monolith. मतलब एक ही पहाड़ को ही कट कर करके उन्होंने गुफाएं और मंदिर भी बनाए थे, though that is known as monolith. Now this is the dimension, not very important. Now pillar edict number 7, that means out of 7 जो 7वें नंबर का था, this gives a summary of Ashoka's effort, the efforts what he was doing to promote Dhamma. Okay, let me give you guys a quick recap here. Okay, the first king which we will study was Chandragupta Maurya. Then we will study about Bindusara. All right, not Bimbisara. Bimbisara was there in Harankya dynasty. Don't get confused. Bindusara. Then we will study about Ashoka. All right. So these 3 kings we are going to study in this chapter. And I am talking about these edicts. ये अशोका के बारे में बात कर रहा हूं. I am talking about this guy which we will study in some time. Dhamma means he actually, इन्होंने बुद्धिज्म अपना लिया था. He adopted Buddhism later in his life. So through his Dhamma, his teachings, he is trying to tell to everybody that this is right and this is wrong. I hope this is clear. All right. Now in these pillars you will find various animals, also elephants, lions, wheels and lotus, which were significant symbols of Buddhism. You will find 14 major rock edicts. All right. Out of them, the 13th rock edict will tell the detail about his war with Kalinga. When we will study about Ashoka, I will tell you that he fought a war with in Kalinga. All right. And that time he realized that he had done wrong because lakhs of people have died. लाखों लोगों की मौत हो जाती है. तो इस रॉक एडिक्ट में उन्होंने अपने युद्ध का जिक्र भी किया है. All right. There were 15 minor rock edicts, all right, which were in the country as well as in Afghanistan also. And Ashoka has used his name in only 4 places. Okay. Maski, Brahmagiri, which is in Karnataka, Gujara, which is in Madhya Pradesh, and Nettur, which is in Andhra Pradesh. All right. So out of those 15 minor rock edicts, Ashoka has named his use only in 4 of these. I hope this summary about these edicts is clear. Now, let us come back to the question which I have asked you कि सर ये ब्रह्मी स्क्रिप्ट, खरोष्टी स्क्रिप्ट, इंडस स्क्रिप्ट, यहाँ पे भी हम लोगों ने पढ़ी थी बॉस्फोरस स्टाइल ऑफ राइटिंग. इन तीनों में डिफरेंस क्या होता है? लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड. Indus script we have already discussed, in which what we will do is we will start writing from left to right and then right to left, then left to right to left. If you have not watched this chapter about the Harappan civilization, please watch, you will understand this. Now, Brahmi script is the most popular script of our Indian culture. Now, hello everyone, welcome to UPSC Digital Library. Welcome to the complete course on ancient Indian.
The parents, Glenn and Gary, were the sons. And when they were in college, I would go in there in high school. I was like a junior. And Mrs. Ashford would say, Coco, stock up the U's because we're all sold. I mean, U's would sell by 10 o'clock. They put 100 U's in that fucking case. But it was all day, Lee. It was all day. The teachers
busy all day, man.
The school got so pissed that they told people that you weren't allowed to leave the school for lunch now.
Why?
Because they want the cafeteria to make money. So if they caught you at hash
you have to understand.
You got suspended.
All the food distribution in North Jersey is handled by a lot of people you don't want no fucking problems with. You know what I mean? All right, so people stay and eat the goddamn
So
food.
they
All right, they've got contracts on the
They
ass.
would suspend
So
you.
you would suspend us, but Mr. Hash would go, fuck that, go in the back. I'm not gonna let him go in the back. But if I say, hey guys, that means run out the back door. So for a year until they moved that law, we would sit in the back of Hashways and still eat the fucking thing while the school teachers were in front looking for it and the truant officers and the whole thing.
Fucking hysterical.
Man,
For a sandwich.
there was no goddamn good place in my shit town. I got no good stories. You know, we had fried bologna sandwiches. Like, oh my god, you hear that? That's your grandma rolling over.
When I went back in
Like your
93,
lady just flipping right in the grave.
oh my God, when I went back in 93, I stayed with my buddy in Secaucus named Mike Ronnie. And down the block from his house was a fucking deli that I'll put it up against any deli ever. But their fucking claim to fame was they had peppers stuffed with mozzarella sauce. Oh my God,
Man.
with mozzarella cheese and a little sauce. And I go in there in the morning.
What, just the green peppers?
Just a fucking like a pepper, and it's a spicy pepper.
It was like that peppercini,
So you
right?
had to get 3 of them and a sandwich. So you could eat the pepper while you're eating the fucking sandwich. That type of old school deli. You have different types of delis, but that was
Right,
what the fuck 3 fat guys got to talk about food for now?
because we're all stoned
Now
and
I'm
it
fucking
sounds
hungry.
great.
But it's crazy what today signifies in the Catholic religion and a
Yeah.
lot of other religions. It's all souls
Well,
day.
I mean, our good friend George, God rest his mama's soul. She's passed this year, and you know it's hard, man. My uncle Jim passed this year. It's hard. You know, you see people at the end of their life. That cancer is a miserable thing, man. I mean, it is a horrible way to pass. You know, I'd rather get slammed into a sign on the 5 and break that bitch.
God
I'd
forbid.
say, God forbid. But hey, I'd rather take that than that stuff. You know what I mean?
So it was just fun going to church. It really was. I went by myself, no pressure on my wife and the kid. I didn't want them there. I just wanted to go because they redid that church over, St. Bartholomew. They redid it over. So I just went in there at 7:15. I'll tell you what, man, it just brought back a lot of fucking memories. Like, that's what happens in church for me now. When I go to church, I look at the 12 stations of the cross, and it's like a fucking acid trip, man.
What up?
I just go back into sections. And I remember I was thinking about my godfather. One of the worst things I ever did in my life was fuck my godfather over. After church, I went home and I tried to find him.
On Facebook?
Nah, those fucking Cubans don't go on Facebook. He lives in the Keys. And I wanted to really, when I was a kid, my God, it's amazing what has happened. Did you see Mad Max?
Yes.
Okay. The question that fucked me in that movie is who killed the world?
Oh yeah,
And
man.
people ask me, who killed the world? You know
Yeah.
what, man? They killed the fucking world. Already. The world is half dead. We don't even know.
No, it's more than half
Trick or
dead.
treating this week. I saw trick or treat now. There's no kids out in the daytime. I mean, these are great areas to
Yeah.
trick or treat.
I didn't get one.
At night, I saw kids, but they're confined. The parents put the fear of God into these kids.
Yeah.
You know, Friday night, I went to this trunk or treat. You know what, man? Did Mercy have a great time? Fucking yeah, she had a great time. You know, did I have a great time? Fuck yeah, watching her and watching the kids and watching my wife. I dressed up. I put fangs in my mouth, and she kept saying, "No, thank you, Daddy," which means take the fucking fangs out of your mouth. No, thank you, Daddy. And she would keep tugging my cape. No, thank you, Daddy. It was the cutest fucking thing. I went in there and I had a great time. We got there at 5:30. The dinner they made us was, you know, not bad. It was a cheeseburger with macaroni salad. It was a barbecue. I enjoyed it. And then I watched her play ball with other kids, and I could tell that we're halfway there. We're okay. We got an okay kid. The ball hit her in the face 3 times. She didn't cry. Some little boy dressed up as Captain America got hit once. He wouldn't stop crying. But when the kids left to eat, she didn't want to eat. So she stayed with me. She goes, "Daddy, come here." And I started playing ball with her. So when kids came over to play, she was like, "Da, da, 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 da. It's me and him now." And she was going fucking nuts. That was the only problem we had all night. Everything was great. But back to trunk or treat. It's like cars get together. It's like a beautiful car show. And they back up and they open their trunks and they hand kids and they sit in front of the trunks with disguises. And I tell you what.
Is it like a lowrider club or hot rods and stuff like that?
No. It was just all these fucking Studio City people.
Oh yeah.
You know, whatever they are. I don't know what was. I didn't talk to one. I talked to maybe 2 parents and the principal.
Man, you know, I've done that same thing with Mexican car clubs, bro. They are the nicest. That they had a whole goat cooking. Okay, I mean it was the real deal. Old ladies was making tortillas. Okay, they was handing out good candies and stuff like that, having a blast. They had a band, a salsa band. It was on, man. I'm telling you.
This was for kids. This was for fucking kids.
Yeah, it was for kids
This
too.
was for kids.
Yeah.
There's no fucking salsa band when there's kids. This
I'm
is for
telling
fucking
you,
white kids.
White kids, no.
This is white kids. There's no salsa band. There's no Beatles. They're barely
Dude,
walking
you
around.
want to hear about white people?
So these motherfuckers, I mean, the most interesting thing in the world was, and I looked at my wife at one point, I go, what the fuck is this?
I know.
Like, I almost had a nervous breakdown. Like, what the fuck is this? This is like Puerto Rican shit. But I go, this is what we have now. The parents scare the kids. And, you know, let's get together. Let's put them all together. When I was a kid, one parent went out, everybody held hands, and you fucking knocked on doors, and you yelled. And, you know, Saturday night, I didn't see people till 8 o'clock at night. How much pot do I smoke on my balcony at night, people?
A lot.
Tons. I was standing out there, and I was scared to smoke. My kids are going to walk up on me. After 30 minutes, nobody said nothing. Every once in a while, I'd see 3 kids and a parent. But the 80, 90 kids, I used to run with 80 fucking kids on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You ran 80 deep on Thanksgiving.
And you keep running into
20
people.
Yeah, bundles of 20. I didn't see that. And it's just, and I know, and they found needles and fuck every year. Some fucking dummy in Pittsburgh sticks hypodermic needles and fucking chocolate and all this shit.
Man, that's why I tell all my kids, hey, Daddy has to inspect all of your candy. I need a bite out of all of this shit. That's what I did on Saturday night.
Friday night, dog, I got so high after trunk or treat. I went home and she came home with a bag of candy. And I kept sitting there and it started talking to me like cocaine, like 11:30.
Yeah, right.
And you have one Reese's.
Oh, you're fucked.
Then you're fucked.
You're fucked.
Reese's will
You're
fucking
fucked.
put you over the limit.
Dude, if you start with the little ones, the bullshit
That's what I
ones,
started with.
oh, then
I ate 3 of those. I
then
took
you're
3
fucking
cups.
Getting cups out everywhere.
Then I went back and got the whole cup.
Oh,
then I went
God.
back and got the
Oh.
Swedish fish.
Oh, those are good.
And Swedish fish, that's my world. That's my world since I've been fucking 5. Since I came from Cuba, I discovered Swedish fish.
The red ones or the multicolored ones?
Listen, the red ones. They only
Yeah.
come in one color Swedish fish. That's it. The ones at 7-Eleven in the bag. That's the only one I eat. All those imitations and skinny worms and shit, shove those up your mother's ass. I don't need none of that shit. I'm a fucking Swedish fucking fish fan since day one. When I was a kid, I'd buy them by the box.
Oh, they're so
And I'd
good.
get a brown bag and I'd stick my hand and put them in my pocket. That's something. That's something when I
You
was
put them in your pocket?
in a bag, in a
Oh,
brown
okay.
Yeah,
bag.
you get there's a
And you made
big
them in
tray
class.
of them. There's
No.
a tray of 'em.
I bought the box from the wholesaler.
Oh, really?
In
Holy
the 6th
shit!
grade, I used to know where to buy the box.
Wow.
There was a fucking wholesaler for candy when I was a kid on Tunley Avenue. And I would go down there. I wouldn't tell nobody. I would tell nobody. I go down there and I get a box of Swedish fish and I get a box of a thing called devil gum.
What's that?
Devil gum. Way before fucking these other gum thieves thought about Big Red. See, Big Red, who makes Big Red?
Wrigley.
Wrigley. See, Wrigley, they bumped devil gum. When I was a kid, devil gum was cinnamon, but it was hot. Like if you ate 3 slices, your asshole was gonna be on fire, though. That's what Mexicans give their kids when they're in daycare.
Dude, we had atomic fireballs. That's all we had.
Right, no, I was fireball.
But you also swallowed gum.
I swallowed
That's my asshole's on fire.
My asshole's not on fire because I'm telling you, I've been swallowing gum since day one, so my body knows how to process it. I just spit out little fucking gum. See, if you start swallowing gum when you ate, then you're fucked up. I've been swallowing gum since day one.
Can doctor please email Joey Diaz?
And do what? What's he gonna say to me?
You
I've
want him
seen.
to learn how to...
Listen, I have pulled the gum out of my ass. I have pulled little pieces of gum sometimes that
Out of
don't
the
get
hairs?
processed. Yeah, out of the hairs.
Oh God.
Or sometimes you're gonna pull the shit out and you can hear the gum. It's like getting,
You can hear that gum?
it's like getting
Let me tell you what. Have Joey, when he gets one of them good ass zits above his asshole, to come and pop it like a 1.5 feet away from you so you hear it. Okay, he did that in my fucking apartment after he drank all my goddamn orange juice. All right, he drank a whole fucking thing of orange juice in 10 minutes.
And then proceeded to pop his zit on his asshole?
Yes, no, not on his asshole, in the crack right above it. So to get any pressure behind it, he had to take those big ass
Listen,
fingers
people,
in
let me
there.
explain something.
Go one up a bit. sleep. I know all the stories.
Back in the day, I ain't ashamed to say, I used to travel by bus to a lot of gigs. Greyhound was my sponsor for a long time.
The Joey Express.
The Joey Express. I would get on that fucking downtown bus to El Paso, and
I'd drop you off and pick you up.
The longest bus ride I did was New York City to Dallas. That was the longest because I had nothing going on. And I'm going to go all the way to Kennedy and drop 200 when I'm here right here and I can pay the express for $48.
I looked at just to get to Boston. It's like only like 2.5 days for like $100. So I would never. I mean, I'm just saying if I had to.
You'll never have to.
Man, I travel by bus because I own one. Get a king size bed. Don't do that. I could never set up. I could never sit like that. But you guys ought to jump on the bus sometime and we do this church at other parts of the country. Yeah.
Where's the bus now?
The bus will be here tonight. It'll get in tonight from Tennessee, and then we're here. We're gonna be driving. They're gonna be driving around Wednesday, or Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we go north to do some gig. I don't know where it is, to be honest with you. I don't look at my calendar.
I didn't travel no fucking Foo Fighters.
You guys would kill each other. Before you got to the first rest stop.
You're retarded. We would hotbox that bus. It would be just look, bro.
Yeah, but then
look, Lee, shut the fuck up, okay? Me and Coco have lived in an apartment smaller than this fucking studio, okay? And we laughed our asses off. And when the doors were open and the windows were open because it was so fucking hot and we couldn't hardly go to sleep because it was noisy as shit, we put on Joey Medina. 5 minutes sleepy time. Wake up, throw kicks for Jesus. Making biscuits, and I had him on the floor, futon, okay, and
John Westling
on the floor,
and Jody Fertig on the bed.
Yeah, it was crazy. We were in it to win it. This was Team Us, 1440. You don't even understand. Kill ourselves, my brothers. Are you kidding me?
Well, not literally. I'm just saying, like, you'll put something on the TV that he doesn't want, or he'll start.
I got 5 fucking TVs.
You got 5 TVs on
5 fucking TVs on that goddamn bus. Pick what channel you want, player.
That's cool.
I got it.
How many bedrooms on the bus?
I've got a king size back bedroom that pops out, okay, and then the living room pops out, and then there's 3 bunks. It's got 2 bathrooms and a shower on it, and I think there's like 6 air conditioners on it. So if we go someplace where it's hot, like I went to Bonnaroo this summer, and everybody, all these dirty white people are out there when it's 120 degrees and dirt.
No.
Fuck you. I took 3 showers a day. I was the sweetest smelling motherfucker out there. People were like, they thought I was Pharrell or something. I was smelling so good. Okay, I was doing it, Jack. It was awesome. Everybody's boo-hooing. It's hot. Yeah, me too. I'm going to go make a fucking margarita in my bus, take a shower, and smoke a bone. Fuck you. I hate that band. Okay, it was awesome. It was so great. But that's how we got to go, dude. We got to go on the fucking bus. All right? Your babies would go bananas in that bus. Your baby would love that fucking bus.
Fucking monster.
I can't go for that. No,
I just ate an expired Viking. What do you think will happen?
You get stuck in that gum.
You know what happened? Let me tell you what happened.
They're listening.
Yeah, right?
Let me tell you what fucking happened.
What happened, Poppy?
A couple of weeks ago, I went swimming in Toledo. And I got in the fucking plane the next day and I got an ear infection, right?
Oh, my God.
And I was sitting there, and I tell you, man, I'm when you work out and you're heavy, you have to take a leave sometimes, or the other one. The other one?
Aspirin?
No,
Tylenol?
No, the other one. There's a
Advil?
leave and Advil. That's all that works at this point for big guys. When you go to jiu-jitsu,
Dude, I'm past that.
Yeah, you get slammed on your back. When you go home and you're eating your lunch, first thing you do is take an Advil, especially if you have to train the next day.
Really? I've never had it.
You gotta do all that shit, Lee, because it lowers the inflammation. You gotta eat fucking, like smoking weed. Eating weed actually takes away the inflammatory from your fucking thing. You see the Google today? Anybody see the front page of
No.
Yahoo today?
What did it say?
More people turn to medical marijuana. Prescriptions are down. Prescriptions are down. Prescriptions are going down, man.
Yeah, the opiates are going down.
The opiates are going down.
Yeah, the
because
benzos
people
are going
realize,
down.
Listen, I'm telling you as your brother, you fucking go and you work out with Eddie Bravo and those savages down there at night, and you walk home, you can't move.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I'll do an experiment with some motherfucker. I will experiment. I will give you an Aleve one night, and a week later we'll do it again, and I'll give you a chunk of real hash, and you eat that hash, and you call me tomorrow, and you tell me which day makes you feel like. That's what Bruce Lee ate for soreness. Nobody knew why he was eating marijuana 40 years ago. Dan DeSanto said it at a Hegan thing.
Genius.
That's why he was eating marijuana, because he knew that Aleve will kill you.
Yeah.
Aleve and Advil will eat your fucking liver. You got to drink gallons of water. You take an Aleve, you got to drink fucking water throughout the daytime. That's why I don't take them at night. I take them when I get home from jiu-jitsu. Bam, so I'm not, or kettlebells. I'm not sore an hour later, whatever the fuck I do when you're sore. Sometimes you get sore from flying.
Dude, I get wiped the fuck out.
Shit, man.
First of all, well,
a 6-hour flight, Lee, you're fucking sore. Dog.
All right, yeah, okay. You fly and your connection, Dallas got bumped, so now you're in fucking Chicago, and you land at B32, and yours is next flight is at H17, and you got 15 fucking minutes. And Chicago, the fucking terminals are so close together. There's no room for a fucking one of them chairs. You give $20 to a black guy with a golf cart. No, you gotta fucking hump it, dude. You gotta fucking rock.
You gotta rock.
And then
if you're hungry, you're fucking hungry. You gotta rock.
Won't eat. There's no eating.
Sometimes I take out the one night with my ear infection. I go, you know what? Somebody gave me these 2 Vicodins, and he told me when he gave them, they expired. I'm gonna throw them away. I said, I don't give a fuck, give me 2 because I know I'll need them one night. It's not like I eat them. That night with the ear infection, I popped that Vicodin. I gotta tell you something. I got fucked up on that couch, dog. I liked it.
Man.
I fucking smoked a hit, and I fucking went to bed. I got up like brand new the next day. My ear hurt a little bit, but it didn't hurt as much as it hurt. He gave me 2, and I said the other one fell out of the bag. That was it right there.
Oh my god,
that was the one. I just found it. I thought it fell out of the fucking bag.
Man, I think I like those pills too much. I don't do them. I don't fuck with none of them no more.
I like
them too much.
I like the feeling of when I'm on the road.
Yeah.
That's where I like something to sleep. I have sleeping pills that prescribed to me.
Me too, because I can't sleep.
You need sleeping pills with weed?
Yeah.
I can't. I could fall asleep right now.
You're not us.
When I get up at 5 on the road,
you're a titty baby.
When I get up on Thursday morning and I gotta go do radio,
right?
And I get up and it's 6, right? Like they're picking me up at 7:30.
Okay.
So I don't want to just get up at 7 all in a rush. I want to get up. I want to relax. I want to read the paper. I want to eat a good breakfast. I want to write a little bit. I want to slow down.
Stretch a little.
I'll get up, take a shot, and do all that shit. What are we talking about?
About getting up, time management. Yeah, with hash,
with the.
Like you still need sleeping pills sometimes.
Yeah, you fly to the other side of the fucking country for 6-7 hours. Okay, you get in your fucking shit hotel at 1:30 a.m. Those dicks are coming to pick you up at 5. They didn't even call ahead and be considerate of go, what kind of coffee do you need? Can I bring you some breakfast?
Well, I do all that. On my own.
All of them.
I do that all on my own. So 7:30 when they get there, I'm prepared. When I get back to that hotel room and I get high, I'll sleep like a baby.
Right.
But after 2 shows, the weed.
There's too much energy.
There's too much energy.
Oh, after the show.
So I know for a fact that I'm not going to sleep
till 4.
Night. I know for a fact. Even this week, I'm in Portland. My flight, I got to be at the airport at 5:30. I get back to Burbank at 8 a.m.
Yeah,
I'm out. So 5:30. If I got to be at the airport at 5:30, that means I'm lurking at 4:30 in the morning. So I'm prepared for that 3 hours sleep after the comedy club. So what I do is Saturday mornings, I get up, eat breakfast, I walk around, I get high, do whatever the fuck I gotta do. I get back to that room about 10 o'clock, Jack, and Ralphie does the same, because Ralphie will call me on Saturdays from the road, and I go, what time is it? That free time, that little time, that's it.
Yeah, that's
Once I take that nap after that, it's over, because I'm sleeping straight till 3.
Yeah, because we're at work.
I have to. And I don't sleep late.
Work.
You know me. I don't sleep late.
Ever.
But Saturdays, I don't do lunches. I don't do nothing because I know I'm going to be lurking all night. I know that I have a chance of falling asleep for 3 hours. Probably not even.
Yeah.
And I'm used to it now. Bro, they got a flight. I'm going to Jersey, and I'm still flying into Kennedy, Jack. I'm going to New Brunswick because there's no everything is connecting to Jersey now. There's only one direct, and that's Virgin. But Virgin gets me in at 8. Virgin will get me in Thursday cool at 2:30. Sunday, I ain't waiting till 1 to fly back to LA.
No.
It gets me back here at 3:30. I can't do it.
Hey, man,
so Virgin
look at Southwest. They've got one way. Get 2 chairs.
It's too connecting. No.
Oh,
Listen, Southwest is good for 2 hours.
Yeah.
After 2 hours,
Your back starts to hurt.
no, there's no entertainment. There's nothing. There's no.
Southwest gives you free TV.
They give you free TV on the Wi-Fi. You gotta bring your own TV, and I got locked in and all that shit. What the fuck? I gotta sit next to a communist.
Oh my God!
Listen, American Airlines, I got 200,000 miles on it. I got
right.
Platinum, Virgin, and Platinum.
Right.
Listen, there's no Southwest. Is from
California,
Nevada,
California, LAX to Austin.
Yeah.
Houston, 2 hours, 2:10, 2:15. Anything after 2.5 hours of Southwest, you're asking for trouble. This whole story started with the pimple in the ass because of the bus. If you want a pimple in the ass, that's that bad. Fly fucking Southwest. So what happened was, I come back on a Monday night from fucking El Paso. I've been sitting on a bus for 12 hours. I must have fell asleep sideways.
Oh my God.
I was about 370 at the time. And the crease of the fat in my ass built the pimple up. 3 or 4 inches from my asshole, headed like northerly. My asshole is right here. On the cheek, on the inside, I got a pimple that stuck out an inch. And it was developing. Like it started with an inch.
How did he find it so quickly?
How did I find it? I couldn't sit.
You couldn't
Every
sit.
time I went to sit, I'm like, wow, something hurts.
And then he pulled the hair out.
So I took a fucking mirror, and this was the days when I was
this
flexing.
in my apartment?
Fuck yeah, I took my mirror, and I had to look at my ass and bend over. Guys, it was a whitehead on my ass.
Oh my God.
That was throbbing. It hurt so much.
Oh.
And I couldn't take it when I'm sitting there talking to Ralphie. And I remember that he was telling me a story about something. And I'm sitting, and I finally open up my pants from the front. I got no underwear on. I open up my pants.
You didn't even take your pants off.
I didn't take my pants off.
That's when you had the ball pants.
I stuck my hand through
a hole
like a fucking yoga position. I had to get into a yoga position, Lee, and I had to squeeze the pimple, but turn it. But I had to turn the skin down so it would go pop. And Lee, you could hear it go pop. And it was just a yellow ball of pus. I had to go back in, and I had with my fingernails. I had to take the fucking, took a piece of skin out.
You take stuff out of them?
Yeah, you have an ingrown hair from sitting twisted on a bucket floor. If you sit down all day, you will have pimples on your ass dramatically. All those fat people that walk around and work in offices, look at their ass from time to time.
Oh my God,
it's like strippers. For some reason, strippers always got a big white head. If you look at a stripper's ass when she's dancing close, look up close. You always see a little white head on their cheek. I'm just teasing. It's just a joke. Lee's
going in. It's like, really, it's just for the experience.
I didn't know you had to pull stuff out of them.
Well, when it's an ingrown hair like that?
Like that on your ass cheek.
Yeah. And it was a long hair, too. I saw it. Made me vomit a little bit in my mouth. Totally gross.
Terrible. People think that comedy, when you sell those buses for that long, and brutal. Now it's you fly so much over the years. Man. And Southwest, I love it. I'm not saying that they're a bad airline, not at all. No, Southwest is fast.
Yeah, what's going on, Zoo?
I take Southwest. I'm for whatever that thing is.
How you been?
A level. I love it. Yes.
I used to hate the way they poured, but they poured much quicker.
Dude, so much quicker.
So much better.
It works so much better. Get the fuck on. Get on. Fuck you, get
Pardon
on.
me?
8:15, 8:30, you get a seat in the aisle.
You got my invite? When did I invite you? You're good. Dude, SPX is going to be really big, and you called it. How much was that in cash when you started? Oh, wow. So that turned into recently tens of thousands of dollars for you, perhaps. Yeah. Wow. Good for you, man. That's phenomenal. I was talking to a friend. You, oh shit. I was talking to a friend tonight, and she made an 86X on SPX. Ducky. Is that a good thing? I like the way that sounds. Um, mostly bot stuff. I'm gonna go to bed pretty soon. Have you met our friend Juan Carlos? Say hi to Juan Carlos. No. Let me help. Caspian Sea. Uh, through Music Biz Marty, who is a YouTuber, pretty big YouTuber. Ducky, is he what? A little bit, yeah. I mean, he just kind of started. Well, he's done it on and off. He's doing it more often now, though. So he has like 24 YouTube YouTube podcasts, and then he has like a bunch of like archive footage, everything from like old TV shows to him like playing video games. Um, Ducky said to me that she was randomly on Omegle or like Omi TV or Monkey, one of those, and she just randomly asked a guy who she met if he knew who Rabbi Rothschild was, and he knew who I was. I think that's amazing. Like you can just ask random people on the internet who I am now, and she came in like actually she was in the Harry Potter Bomb Sonic 10 Inu Telegram. We talked for like an hour, and I just am really happy to hear things are going really well in a lot of aspects of her life. And I told her she has a very good opportunity to be a millionaire by age 30 or so by just holding on to her SPX. She's approaching her mid-20s, but she's still in her early 20s. I know. I was just kind of being conservative on. Who's where? It could have been. Hello? Yeah, I'll play one, but then I'm gonna get some sleep. But yeah, I'll play one. It is 3 a.m. There you go, dog. All right. We're in the same state. He's just north of where I am. Word. Huge. Yeah, third biggest state area of the United States. Excellent shot. Oh boy, you got a pretty easy win here. I like it though. It's not like you get punished. You lose, but it's not like the other games where you're down 4 points right off the bat if you don't fucking get it in the hole. This is the move. If you can get it through there, that's the move. Oh boy, that was terrible. It gave you a wonderful. Oh, totally helped you. Not just a little bit. Huge help. I don't even know what it was. I don't even know what it was. That's not that bad. It fucked me. It fucked me. I did not do a terrible shot. My shot was pretty good. No, it wasn't. No, it's not. It's not good at all. It's blocked. I can, but it's a difficult shot. Nope. 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 Wait. Left a little, I think. Left. I think you gotta go a little more left, but that's just how I am. Yeah, told you. That's efficiency, dog. You hit it exactly, basically in the same spot. Oh, that was bad. Show us how it's done. Nope. Oh, wow. That's an interesting take. Oh, look at the bounces you're getting. Oh, no. That's a huge, huge miss. That basically gives you the win. Yeah, but you hit that tree, you're perfect. Ooh, I wouldn't have hit it that hard, but that's good. That works. I was trying to do some fancy stuff. Welcome, welcome. How are you? We're glad that you're here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. All right, it all comes down to this. I hate this hole. Yes, I do. I made it pretty easy for you. You got around my ball. That was the huge advantage. Huge advantage. Oh, huge advantage. Huge advantage. Huge advantage. Oh, the dog. And you made it through there. That's like gaining multiple shots. Oh, oh, you put me back. Dog, what the fuck? Oh, this is interesting. I didn't mean to. It just put me through there, dog. Oh, that's devastating. You ready to see a sweet move? That was devastating. Make it for the win. You could win. Wait, you could win. Make it. Oh, I wanted you to. Bingo. You got another one in you? Zoo, it was not. You lost by just like one shot at the very end. That's not that bad. Not a fan of this hole right now. I mean, it's my favorite hole, but I don't really know how to do well on it. If you go first, it's very difficult to do well, I think. Okay, I don't understand that shot at all. It does kind of block me though. That's kind of brilliant. Oh, stay out of that shit, dog. No, you definitely do not have the advantage, especially because you got that black shit that's going to put you in. You know, you start from the beginning. You give me a relatively easy shot. relatively easy. Then I just they came pretty close. You've never seen this hole? That's a good question. Yeah, and you gave me a really big advantage. You're giving me huge advantages. Water. Just huge advantages. I'm just gonna lightly take out this fucking thing here to hopefully make an easy shot. But it's not. I fucked myself. I gave you an extra shot, dog. Water. All right, you have a shot at it. Get there. How did I leave it short? Hit it. Nope. Hit it. Why wouldn't you take a shot at the hole? Well, you didn't put the point that you're right. You're right. That's oh fuck. That's a major miss. That's a great shot. Watch this though. Yeah, and it not really, but it's okay. Yeah, it's an interesting shot. Oh, take something out. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's a shot. Yeah, you can. It's not easy. You got it. Ties, ties it up. I'm not good at this hole. On the right. Do you like that shot? Excellent, excellent shot. Water bump? Close. Oh man, you gained a point by that stupid shot. I went first though. Fuck. That's okay. Look how good this shot is. Total fortune. Try it. Oh, that was good. No, I don't know if we know how to do the first one. I wouldn't put it. I wouldn't say that. Oh, that would have been good. But maybe. What if you just blast it and just force it to like fucking hit in that? That's a shot. That's an amazing shot. Go in the water and it would really fuck you. Shit. Dog, these arrows lie. It doesn't. That doesn't work. That does not work. Yeah, do that all day long. Help my ball. That was not good for you. And this, potentially one of the greatest shots ever. No, because the arrows suck. This is a good shot. Clean and right back. All that stuff. That's good. Ooh, that's not good though. You have the lead. I have to get in it basically. So I have to get it like perfectly on those lines. Too hard. Too hard. Maybe. Nope. All right. Third time's a charm. I had to hit that to win. All right, here we go. I hate this hole. I hate this hole. I hate this hole. I hate this hole a lot, and I'm not good at the tees. Just so everyone knows, I'm very bad at the tee shot. I would take my shot just because it's so easy to do what you did, and I do that more often, I think, than anybody. Now, this is a move. This is perhaps a championship move. Yeah, you're gonna hit that box for sure, no doubt. I just even said you're gonna hit the box, and you did. Damn, you can try.
Rabbi Rothschild.
Yep, perfect shot. Make this. I don't know how you could have. Unbelievably good shot. Just like the perfect speed. All right, I think it's a good move to bounce off all this shit and try to, yeah, like that. I don't know. I just think that's the way to do it. You can. That's a way if you can sneak through there. Oh, that was a beautiful shot. That was a beautiful shot, Zoot. Off this thing. Oh wow. Oh, you've got a shot at the hole. Short. This is like an impossible. I thought it was a good shot. Yeah, you do. You have an advantage to watch me go first. Not good. I put it through the portal. It's not an easy shot. No. No, I kind of knew I wasn't. You still have a chance. You need 2 really good shots. That's gonna be good. Nope. Nope. You're gonna miss on the inside, dog. Just like I said.
Hello.
Is it possible for you to make this?
Hello.
I don't think so.
Hello.
No.
How are you? I'm good, man.
All right, here's your hole. I know. How did you do it? Let's see.
No, bounce. No, park. Yeah, that guy's so funny. Sweet. Yeah.
What a great shot.
Funny guy. All right.
Really bad. I feel like we played all the same holes again. What a great shot, dude. That was the best 2-putt I've ever seen on this hole. That was absolutely phenomenal. Oh man. Get out of that black shit. Right. That helps me. That's right. That was not a good shot. Ooh, that was a good. I was trying to knock you in the black. Yeah, because whatever you do, you're basically knock me forward. That's gonna bounce right back. No. No, go off the wall like Zoo or like Riser said that one time. No, other wall, off the left. Nope, not a good shot. Fuck. It was okay. It got me a little bit further. Oh boy, I need to have a. Yeah, I think you're right. I need. I have to make it on the next shot. Oh, we are gonna tie. That's a good shot. No, that was close. So your best shot is just don't try. Not even close. Muge. All right, we don't end on fucking ties, dog. Ties suck cock. Ties are the worst. I gotta almost lose in a tie. All right, here we go. I hate ties. Show me how it's done, Zoot. That was just very unfortunate, but still a pretty good shot. How about I hit your ball twice? I can take a major advantage here. Oh, or not. Identical shot. Don't hit the Frankenstein. That was very, very good. Oh, if I get in front of you, that'd be big. That's a big shot. Oh, shut the fuck. That helped. All right, interesting shot here. I'm glad you. I kind of forgot. All right. Yeah, a bunch. Look, it's like a vampire. I didn't notice. Good shot. It's better to not go that way. It's better to go through this. I made it in two once on this. I like hit it randomly through the cemetery, and it led me to do well. I hit it. You know what? You're right. It was three. It wasn't two. I apologize. It was three. Oh man, this is so hard. Yeah. Nope. Here we go. Not a good shot at all. The only thing that's worse is in the black, probably. Oh. Yeah, I might fuck you up, though. Oh, I'm going to really hurt myself here, maybe. No, I'll take it and just get out of there. You can take out some of those Frankensteins. Take out some of those fucking Frankensteins. Let's see. Let's say you're not gonna get this shot, dude. Not a win at all. Not even close. Fuck you. Just to be fun. You could have devastatingly fucked me. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That was beautiful. You could have fucked me in multiple ways. That's short. Way short. Like disgustingly short. It could be. Right. It could be. It's at least gonna perhaps be a tie. Oh, that was good. It's looking good for me. If you get caught in the trees, it would really fuck you. Maybe not though. There you go. Perfect. You have to get it in 2 shots basically, and you do have a chance. We tied though. You didn't even get a chance to do it. All right. Here we go. Yes. An amazing shot. An amazing shot. One of the best shots I've ever seen. Oh man. Oh man. Dog. No. You definitely can't do that. Yo. Yeah, you can. I'm playing a game. How are you, dog? Somebody in Harry Potter about Masonic 10 Inu. Yo, dog. It's a mini golf game. Do you know what mini golf is? Yeah. Excellent. I'll send you an invite in a second. Just one moment. Oh, you're studying right now? Telegram. Thanks, dog. Well, if you ever want to play, let me know. You're gonna get that. Yeah. I didn't deserve it, but I do deserve it. I'm actually really probably this is my worst hole. Well. Look how it's positioned. That was a really good shot, dude. Look where the hole's positioned. Oh, the black shit. I don't know why you'd be so risky with that. That's definitely true. Well, whatever you do, don't do what I did. Mine's a terrible shot. That's a good shot. Oh, what a bad shot. Oh, I don't think so. Stop. Stop. That's a good shot. That's a really good shot. Riser or Zoot, that's an amazing shot. The fuck out of here. Dog. That was an amazing, amazing shot. That saved you a point. Make it. Oh man, you almost did. All right, so you have to hit it off that thing. There's no way. Dude, you played that hole really well. I've never made it in a hole on this hole. It was impossible. No, that's the shot. Oh, I got it. I've gotten in it like once. That's it. Not the shot you wanted. This is the shot you wanted. You had to go for it. Just that hole. I'm going for the win here. Horse shit. No. Horse shit. No. Oh, dude, we're not gonna fucking score. Fuck, dude, it keeps whipping around there. I got it. Shit, I hit the ball accidentally. That always happens to me. Fuck this hole. It's impossible for either of us to get it. What the fuck? I want you to get it. Make it. Make it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. All right, you're on number 5. Like, I expected you not to be able to score on this hole, but you might be able to. Yeah, it's a tough shot. Definitely. You're basically fucked now. Two shots. You can't do it. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, you can, but it's difficult. Make it. I want you to make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Nope. But very, very close. Very, very close. All right, it all comes down to this. Be a good hole. This hole. And I have to go first? This hole sucks. I'll take it. Yes, it was. Thank you. Oh, fuck. Actually, I did do that, and that's what happened to me. Yeah, it was. You're gonna give me the win. All I all I have to do is just bingo. Yeah, I'm the red. So you really need to make it in 2 shots. Okay, so you're gonna have to make it from there. This is for the championship. Like Tiger Woods. Make this. Just make it and shut me up. Nope. That was definitely a miss. It's been real. It's been fun. Are you excited for your 100th win? When do you think? When do you think you're gonna get it? Pardon me. Yeah. I think that's pretty accurate. Dog, all I have to do is not fuck up in Aiden Ross's server and I show speed server, and we're gonna be famous, my friend. There are a ton of people in I show speed server. Oh, hey, somebody did ask me to do another interview. Do you know who Sam? Let me find his name. Hold on, not Sam. There's a guy named Sam something. Yeah. No, the other big Sam. Sam. Um. Oh wait, hold on. It is. Hold on. This is weird. Uh, Sam Bond. It's Sam Bond. He's a kick streamer. Oh, it's nothing crazy, but it's something. He's at least a streamer with whom I had known something, or about whom I had known something. Um, yeah. There you go. Hell yeah. That's a good point. That's correct. Yep. Yes. Peace, dog. Love having you here. Have a nice night. Sweet dreams, big dog.
Listen. And knowing what, quit spamming your shit, pussy. Listen.
Nope. Yo.
أنا سلمان fuck your speed fuck إسرائيل يا نازل كني عزازيل يا عيال الحرام يا ضرب يا كفار أبدأ ضرب بكر ماشي بحار حمار حاط صورة جون سينا ألعن أبو مينا أبرد آخذك يا رهينة توب عليك أنا موسى فجاج جون آسماني يو هذا فات آس يا وأنا كني
Are you making a diss track out of me?
اصبر شكله بدس
مين
جون سينا وانا دستراكن جون سينا
يسمع الخاصة
تكسر لوب
هذيك جايز كنا ما كيف
ايه
Oh, John Cena, forgive me, please. I'm sorry. You win. I lost.
you don't want to distract him جون سينا
I think you don't. So, grown as man, fuck you every day.
طاري بعطيك لا بس والله ما طلع
وش
ما
لما
ادري عدى علينا
يا جون سينا
لا يسوي ذا
هو هذا مكان
من
هذا بن بوي يعني show me your eyes.
ايش ذا والله لو يشتغل مع شد
Yo, what? Oh, English! Oh, my God! So it doesn't mean no lyrics, no skills, no Kabbalah, nothing. You are nothing, bro. Push yourself. Why did you
Wait, there's no moderators. We can do whatever we want.
Next, so you're searching about the lyrics. You can do it with me. Don't fix. You won't get a good fix.
شيت
يا أخي ما
ما تندف لا
حتى الرابط
صح.
يقرأ.
دقيقة شلون ما يدخلك دقيقة الحساب فيه رقم ولا لا طيب في رومات تشتغل جرب طيب اسمع بدخلك بحسابي اللي انا فيه لا والله بدخل حسابي ذا اللي انا واوي انا بدخل حسابي
Oh, it's English.
My wife will never want for anything. She'll have the house that she designed. Okay? She can be free and I'm a miserable person to fucking live with. Not that I'm a fat piece of shit. It's I work all the fucking time. I'm always. And I've got babies that have to be in school. But since this shit broke on the internet, man, they had people taking pictures of my kids, man. It's like, motherfucker, I'm the guy. You know what I mean? It's like I'm the guy behind the microphone. You know, those are my babies. And they're just being fucking dicks. You know, I couldn't even go hardly trick-or-treating with them. The people all fucking up in my business who I never even knew. I wanted to slap so many motherfuckers. I couldn't take it. I just sat down. Because everybody knows my fucking business. But they also know my babies. And they go, yeah, their parents, you know. And everybody up there is either swinging, fucking divorced, fucking somebody else, or doing coke. You know, there ain't no innocent ones over there, but they're throwing stones. But man, they're coming in.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You told me a story that was fucking hysterical, and I didn't understand it. Because you're a funny fucking dude. Whatever's going on in your life right now, Ralphie, with your children, the people from the church, we love you, man.
I know.
We got your back. You want you to know one thing. Divorce ain't easy. There's two ways you can do this. You want to do this with shotguns and Jews?
No.
Or you want to do this with, and that's the way you got to do it. Because
Exactly.
you have a career
Yeah.
and you want peace of mind. You want peace of
I'm
mind.
in love with this.
Listen, man, sometimes sometimes people try. I'm thinking about
Right.
Rothschild. What? I didn't know. I don't know anything. Guys, I don't know anything. I just found out that these people broke up. And she's dating a new dude. When does this happen? How does this happen? The singer from No Doubt. She's
Ways to find.
yeah, she's dating the judge from fucking the show or something. He broke up with his wife, and she broke up with her husband after 14 fucking years. And they had like a thing today, like these
That
two
Blake
together.
Shelton guy.
Yeah. You know, listen, man. People in life sometimes don't get. I pray every day that Carrie stays in love with me, and I keep it together with her. I pray every day because I know how quick it can go. And the longer you're with a person, the harder it fucking is. And when you have children, it's even fucking harder.
It's so hard.
There's two ways to do a divorce. You could either A,
Go to war.
or B, take a fucking few lumps in the head, which you're gonna take anyway.
That's all.
You're gonna take anyway.
I've taken that my whole
just
life.
listen,
It ain't no big
listen.
deal.
Either 10 people could hold you down and put a big black dick in your ass, or you could just take a fucking white flag, get naked, put it on your back, turn around, lube your own asshole, and let them do what the fuck you gotta do, okay? You know what? A dick in the ass hurts both ways, but I'll tell you what, it hurts more if you clench it up.
She
if you
didn't
clench
do
it up right
anything wrong. She didn't do nothing wrong. And you know what? She did help me in my career. You know, the truth is, when I got Last Comic Standing, okay, Jay Moore, dickhead, called me on Thursday, go, hey, I need you for an audition. I was in Hawaii working at the Laugh Factory, and he said, come back. I need you here on Saturday. And I looked online, the cheapest ticket for round trip, because I still had to finish in Hawaii. There's nobody on that fucking island who could have done it, right? And so I had to come back, and the ticket was like $1,100, you know, and that was 2 months rent, man. That's real fucking shit. Like for a maybe, for a big fucking maybe. And I rolled the dice, and I couldn't afford it. Lana had a credit card that her mama gave her for insurance, and she put it all on there. And that's what launched my whole career. So does she get half? Yes, motherfucker, she gets half. Okay? And she should get more than half. She's going to be drawing a salary from my place. She's going to be getting alimony like regular white people, because we're Jews, you got to respect. All right? My babies already have big things set up for them. They'll never want for anything. They'll never have what I went through, you know? And it's like, that's what you want. But now they're coming. It's just so irritating. It's like, you know, they're just dumb. These motherfuckers. You know,
the internet is a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah, right.
The internet is a good thing and a bad thing. You know, I use the internet for certain things. I see people use it for other things, and that's fine. That's what the internet is. It's your expression. But sometimes, if you open up your life on the internet, the result isn't going to be good. It's happened to me. It's backfired.
Yeah.
But in this situation with divorce and stuff, who knows? You know,
and
all you
nothing's
can do
happened yet.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Try to put the pieces together.
Trying.
Be a father. Listen, the divorce in my life had to be tougher than a prison sentence. I lost a child in a divorce. I lost dignity in a divorce. And till this day, I have animosity. I know that I'm like Michael Douglas, and what's the movie when he just snapped on the 405? Walking tall, standing tall, when he started shooting people.
Yeah. Last straw.
When I saw that movie really scared me.
Why?
You ever see that movie? Where he goes nuts on the 405?
Yeah, he's lost his job.
And the drug dealer goes to mug him, and all of a sudden he shoots him and goes, "You want my briefcase?" He's pretty funny in that. And now Duval is looking for him. It's a cliche type movie. But I always saw that happen to me with my ex-wife. That's how bad of a divorce it was. I forgave my stepfather. Till this day, I talk to old school Cubans, and I always say, "Fuck him. He never gave you what was coming to you." You know what? So I got to go get what was coming to me. That was my frame of thought back then. He didn't give me my mother's money. What do you want me to do? You want me to shoot him? For 3 years, I lived with that. I was preparing to hide under a car and grab his foot and shoot him. Where's his money now? So I shoot him and kill him. How am I going to get his money now? So I had a terrible idea. And I hated him for fucking years. And one day I go, "This is the guy that raised me. Would you give me $300,000 what was I gonna do with it? Was I gonna invest? Was I gonna buy a building? No.
You'd
I
be
was
dead.
I was gonna buy a coca plant off some fucking.
Fuck yeah.
So in a way, he saved my fucking life, you know. So I forgave him over the years, and I forgave him. That was it. When he died, I didn't go to the funeral. I sent flowers. I went to see his wife, and then she died. But I let it go. I let it go. I gotta tell you something. I had such a
I don't
bad
have
divorce.
any anger.
I
have
right now
only
you don't.
love. No, I know. I
Listen,
don't care.
right now,
I've
I
already seen all the
understand.
numbers.
I know.
I
but
just
something
love my
has-
babies.
listen,
I have to
has
get
nothing-
another
has
place
nothing
here,
to
and
do
I
with
hate it
numbers.
out here.
Listen, has nothing to do with numbers. Okay. There's levels of a divorce. When she walked out of the house, she goes, "Listen, I'm just gonna be a mile up the road. You come over anytime you want. Let me just get some space." And I was cool with that. I'm like, looking at it going, this is a dream come true. I could work on comedy. I wanted to be a fucking comedian. I just got out of prison. I was doing the working stiff stuff, and I go, fuck it. I want to do fucking comedy. And all of a sudden, it went from one thing to another. I hope it doesn't go there for you. I hope you handle it maturely.
I love my babies. I love my wife.
I hope that the attorneys don't get a hold of this and turn it into something else.
They're not.
I hope that, because that's what happened with me.
Yeah.
Once attorneys get in illegal, and once the fine print, there's a fine print. And once that fine print comes out, Lisa, they ain't no coming back. And that fine print has to exist. It has to exist. The law says it has to exist. And sometimes that hurts, you know. So, you have our love, you have my love always. I call you every day. Hang on.
I know.
I send you videos of the little Spanish guy.
You gotta knock it out for that, man.
I'm the real deal.
It's like
I'm the real deal. I've been through a divorce. I've been through a separation. Guys, it is brutal. I always advise people, you keep it together. Keep it together.
Well, no, I disagree.
But if there's no love, there's no love. If there's no love, there's no love. You have love.
No.
So there's
we
something still
both
there.
have so much love for
Right.
each other, but it's like, here's the real deal, okay? I have really fucking bad PTSD, and now I'm properly medicated by probably the best. He's the head of psychiatry at Vanderbilt. He's fucking amazing. He's got me chemically dialed in. I sleep 8 hours. I'm up. I don't take naps. I walk. I feel great. He's done it all. He's fucking amazing. All right. But before I got properly medicated, I was a fucking nut and a complete asshole. Okay. You know what you do after 2 years
You
of
showed up at my
denying?
house with the Elvis glasses. You started to worry me that day. What question did you have over there?
No, it's not a question, but it was just my parents got divorced when I was in high school, and I actually had wished they got divorced earlier. Like they said, like we stayed together because of the kids. I even back then, I thought it would be better just to have like
You're just a tough dude. This is you know.
I was
listen,
dumb.
man.
I was dumb,
Ralphie,
but I feel great now.
let's get something.
I got a lot of
let's get something on the air. Last Comic Standing is a great show, and it shows a lot of comics to the country and a lot of vice versa. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. When Ralphie was on Last Comic Standing, he was already a brilliant headliner. Ralphie was already headlining, people paying tickets to go see him. I mean, this just accelerated the program where now these kids become somebody. Ralphie May was already somebody. You follow me? Ralphie May was already somebody. It went from one thing to one thing, Ralphie. I judged it. I was there. I was there when you were, you know, cooking for us with no money, and also next thing you know, we're sitting on Wilshire Boulevard with a jar of weed in the living room, and people just sticking their hands in it, taking weed to go, and you knew it. He didn't give a fuck. Take it. That's what Sean Ralph smoked the fucking whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, every time he'd see me, give me $200 to do what you do. It's hard on a person, never mind on a marriage.
Yeah.
This has been a journey for you. You've learned, and now I hope that you keep it together. I hope that you
I've
find
got
a way
so much more peace in my life. I've got so much less stress and less anxiety. I don't have nightmares every night.
Now, you the PTSD from Spellbinders?
No, that's hilarious.
You see the bottom of the
Hey, that was 12K. Shut your mouth, cocksucker. That was a good angle. All right. I broke my fucking boat, but hey, I fucking got 12K out of it. Word to the mother. No, it's when I had bilateral double pneumonia and pulmonary embolism, and I had to stay awake for 9 days because if they said if I couldn't help my lungs expand, I would die. And I had the blood clot was so big that because I had pneumonia and I'd broken 2 ribs from coughing, and that's what caused the blood clot to go right. It was right here, and they said that a radiologist was going to come in at 7 a.m. and enter this vein and go into that and find it right there by the lung. And he goes, "You have to be awake. We can't give you any anesthesia, and it's inside you. It fucking hurts in there, man. All right, and that they're gonna. You got a 5% chance of living. Okay, if it blows the clot out, okay, you fucking live, and if not, you'll bleed out in your brain. You'll have a stroke. Good luck. Hey, sleep tight. Boom, motherfucker." I was fucked up, Jack. That fucking snaps your fucking head, dude. And so what I've been doing like a lot of PTSD groups, okay? And they're always like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Look here, cocksucker. I'm just as fucked up as you are. And let's get to the real deal. Let's talk about some shit." Oh, like you even know about. I mean, you know how many times I've gone overseas for the fucking military? Like 19. I'm in a 44 forward operating bases in multiple war zones. Okay, by the way, Afghanistan this time of year is fucking beautiful. All the Taliban's turbans change colors, but it's like those dirty motherfuckers. They're like reds and yellows. It's beautiful. Okay, but I've been there, and then they start getting real, dude. And man, and those guys get real. It gets real. You know, I mean, it's like, I know it sounds stupid, right? But you're absolutely right.
You know, Ralphie, man, I got to tell you, I'm sitting here across from me. I'm going to end this podcast in a couple minutes, but I got to tell you something. It's, I'm 52, man. I've had a great life. I laugh. I love being upset and laughing. I live to laugh, people. I know sometimes I come across as a prick. I love giggling. I love laughing. I have a lot of regrets in my life. I did a lot of fucked up things. I was talking about my godfather before. One of the biggest regrets I had, that we didn't have the money to do, Ralphie. What a mistake that. What a mistake that if we could go back and rewire that apartment with a camera.
Oh my God.
We would have a show. And I'm telling you,
that would have been the all-time.
It would be
HBO's all-time greatest comedy show.
And you can't, and you know what? I'm sitting here across from Ralphie, and I'm listening to the story, and I'm like, I can't even go to HBO. Like I'm taking a Ralphie narrating a show about the adventures of a fat guy. And just even all that stuff, the tube, when you fell that time.
Oh, falling on Gardner?
Listen, I'm sitting here across from you. Okay. Not even Gardner, the thing you were telling Lee about that he's going on. You don't understand. This chick is living in his house. Before we're talking about the story, here's 3 guys trying to fuck the same chick.
It's miserable. I'm the only one not trying to fuck her.
But you wanted to fuck. If your face fell into the asshole, it
wouldn't have been the worst.
It wouldn't have been the worst thing. So something happened. They're having an argument. You cannot write this, Lisa. This is an apartment that's living on whatever Ralphie's society. Yeah. I'm living off Ralphie. I got a little bit of coke in my pocket. Ralphie's making Bloody Marys. Bloody Marys. And we're going over. We're hitting this every night. Everybody knew that at 2 a.m. after the comedy store.
The party was at my apartment.
The Red Devil, Ricky Cruz,
Babalu,
you know, and we just talk shit.
Producer.
Somebody would have a joint, somebody wouldn't have a joint. But this one night it was just me.
Dude, we
were drinking Bloody Marys and we're giggling. And Joey says something to Ralphie to piss him off. And there was a big Japanese lamp in the kitchen.